on the mend. But hey, I got to do a show for y'all. But no camera this week. No camera this week. Because I don't want y'all to be freaked out by how I look. But yes, the B1 Night Rider, damages and all, are in the building. How's everybody doing out there today? I'm doing well. It's just, well, I have to turn on the camera for this part. But y'all will not see my face. So right now, that's how Georgia looks. It is cloudy as hell. I think it's probably going to storm. But yes, we got to have an honest conversation about Jamaica, folks. Now, Jamaica is my lineage. I love it, but sometimes they do too much. They do too much. So we're going to have a conversation about that today. Just give me 1 second. Just let everybody know that the show is live, and then we're going to get into it. Excuse me. But if you're in the building, let me know how you're doing today. While I do this, I am going to play something really fast. Yeah, I'm going to play something really fast. Y'all like this. Y'all like this. Okay, here we go.
Girl, the queen is dead.
Queen Latifah?
No.
Beyonce?
No.
Janet?
No.
Mary J. Blige?
No.
Lauryn Hill?
No.
Toni Braxton?
No.
Diana Ross?
No.
Tracy Ellis Ross?
No.
Monica?
No.
Brandy?
No.
Maya?
No.
Missy?
No.
The Spice Girl?
Mel B. No.
Alicia?
No.
Ashanti?
No.
Mariah?
No.
Celine?
No. Girl, the Queen of England.
Adele?
No.
Well, who the hell are they talking about then?
Yeah.
Girl, the queen is dead.
Queen Latifah?
No.
Beyonce?
No.
Janet?
No.
Mary J. Blige?
No.
Lauryn Hill?
No.
Toni Braxton?
No.
Diana Ross?
No.
Tracy Ellis Ross?
No.
Monica?
No.
Brandy?
No.
Maya?
No.
Missy?
No.
The Spice Girl?
Mel B. No.
Alicia?
No.
Ashanti?
No.
Mariah?
No.
Celine?
No. Girl, the Queen of England.
Adele?
No.
Well, who the hell are they talking about then?
But anyway, folks, yes, let's have a honest conversation about Jamaica. That's what today's show is about. Honest conversation about Jamaica. Because the Prime Minister today, well, a few days ago, did some idiot business. He sat up here and showed how much, even though the Queen is gone, he still has that colonizer's mindset. And we don't do this. I don't condone this. This was Jamaica's opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to get off of this plantation. forge a new history. And unfortunately, they haven't done this. They decided, well, he decided, the government decided to take this woman dying as a sign. They're going to show that they still kiss the ring. So let's begin. Yeah. So here we are, folks. I don't know if you can see it. This kind of sucks. Turn off the chat away for a second. Okay, it does. Okay. So it says the Jamaican government has announced a series of activities, including 12 days of national mourning to mark Thursday's death of Queen Elizabeth II, who was the country's head of state. The period will be observed from September 8th to the 19th. The day of mourning will be held on September 18th. So here's all these events that they're planning on. It says Jamaica mourns Queen Elizabeth's death. 1. Period of mourning from September 8th to 19th. All flags on public buildings should be flown at half-mast to mark the start. 2. The day of mourning, September 18th. Only authorized activities related to the day will be allowed. All social events should be proposed. You ain't finna tell nobody in Jamaica on a Sunday they can't have a bashment. There's no way you're going to get away with that. No way. Number 3, bells will be tolled nationally at churches throughout all parish capitals on September 8th, starting at 6 p.m. for a period of 1 hour. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. Number 4, condolence book will be established at King's House from September 12th to September 19, 2022. Similar books will be established in all offices of the custodes in all parishes. So basically, you're going to have people sign this book and then send it to the Queen all on your knees. 5, day of proclamation and ascension of the new monarch on September 10th, which is today, to mark the proclamation of the new monarch, King Charles III. All flags should be fully hoisted between the hours of 8 and 1 p.m. The Jamaica Defense Force will deliver a 21-gun salute at 11 a.m. So, we as bullet numbers. All right. Number 6, memorial services. Further announcements will be made regarding the holding of the National Memorial Service and other official parish services. So y'all going to shut down the country, essentially, because this woman passed away. Y'all are insane, Jamaica. Y'all are insane. What does this do for the country? How does this help the country move forward? And then this idiot man, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Mr. Macaroni himself, said this with a gleeful, arduous tone in his voice. But he had nothing to say to this.
Run the road same way because criminal area we live in. I saw no to come now, I'm not afraid for the Prime Minister there. Only when murder and death is come up. Oh no, so come run the road same way because criminal area we live in. I saw no to come night and morning and hour and minute. Same way so.
Now, what she's talking about, folks, is over a period of 3 days, I think last week or the week before, there were a whole bunch of killings in this area of Jamaica called the Olympic Gardens. It's in Kingston. I'm pulling up the story right now. So this happened on September 6th, so it was earlier this week. So 3 men were shot today, 2 fatally in Olympics Garden in St. Andrew. The shooting happened at the intersection of Balcombe Drive, Welcome Avenue in the community. Eyewitnesses say masked men on a motorcycle carried out the attack. But you're worried about the Queen. You're not worried about your people. No, I'm serious, folks. Let's have an honest conversation about Jamaica. Huh, that's why everybody's not here. Tariq is doing his piece. Okay. But I'm just going to press on because I don't want to stop and start it over again later. But yes, let's have an honest conversation about Jamaica. Jamaica showed their ass this week. Like I said, I figured they would have moved on, go forward in the direction of getting out of that British mindset, but no, they didn't. Well, I shouldn't say they didn't. The government did it. A lot of people I saw online say they don't want this. They actually want to know if the country's going to be shut down.
Well, I feel so sad in a man. And it's a nice lady. And we like how she walk, we like how she talk. And I miss her, and I feel it. So life goes on. It just said, all we have to do is just bury her and just give God thanks and praise. Blessed love.
Seriously? How you know she was a nice lady? We're gonna talk about how nice she was to Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about how nice this lady was to Jamaica.
She have do her time, and the Lord take her home now. So I hope she repent and serve the Lord before she go. Understand? It's her time now. She'll live even past time. So that's how things goes. We all have to go one day.
Well, her death, to me, if she qualifies the next 20 years, she could have see, but she just gone, just say go. But God go with her.
I mean, I don't have any reaction to her death. I didn't expect her to die so suddenly. But, considering the fact that she would have been with us for quite a long while. But, I just hope all goes well for the country.
Well, it has shaken us up because knowing that she was around for such a long time and she's one of the longest serving, whatever. And, to lose her like this now, it leave back an impact, and we know we're not going to replace her. We cannot replace her for the long service that she has done. So we feel it. Yeah, it has shaken us up.
Well, I'll say I'm not surprised. It's been a long time coming. Not to say that she won't be missed or her service won't be appreciated, but she was 96, so it was expected.
Right. People came in the chat. Hello. Hello, RG Titan 901. Yes, they said that. CRU Realty. Hello. Hello. Yes, Jamaica is off code. Jamaica, you should know better than this. This Oman don't like people. What service? Service them up. CRU. It's called being busting it open for Buckingham Palace. That's what they call it. I saw Brother Hard Black Truth say that somebody down there that's making somebody said they're making a Queen Elizabeth II rhythm right now. I think it's going to be called Buckingham Palace, and everybody named Mama going to be on the rhythm. It's going to be slow ballads. Everybody singing their praises to the Queen. And I'm not going to download it because I'll be disgusted to have it on my phone. But yes, these are the Jamaicans. If I'm a Jamaican, I'd be on there laughing. I will be laughing. But of course, they weren't laughing. They were dead serious on this. They love forgot England. Yes, when Queen Elizabeth pulls up to pearly gates. Yes. God should be like, damn. Reggie Hill, hello. Jamaicans off code, black people off code, Nigerian president comments on Queen was not good. Oh yeah. Maybe later I'll go into the rest of the diaspora. Let's ask the question, folks. Now, again, this is just a small segment of the Jamaican population because I know the young people, they were doing bashments. They were happy. That is truth. They were happy that she was gone. From what I heard, there was a lot of partying and a lot of reveling going on down there. But notice in that interview was nothing but older people talking about it because they still love England. Yes.
Walk it like I talk it.
Get it.
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it.
That's how it should have been. But we know it wasn't. These idiots love them the Union Jack. This is a very interesting tweet here. Reminder that the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the Foreign Affairs Minister has to attend the funeral of Jamaica's head of state. They'd have to get a visa to travel to England, but Australians and Canadians won't need visas. Elizabeth II was queen of white people. Well, I guess they could use their diplomatic passports, but I'm sure they'll get all the questions. But yes, Jamaica was also in the process of removing her as head of state. So right now, Prince Charles is head of state. And this fool said he was gonna change the outlook of the monarchy. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. CRU said, I enjoyed the stream last night. Oh, you mean the other day? Yeah, I appreciate it. I was trying hard. My wife did not like the fact that I was doing that English accent for 23 minutes. But I totally get over it. Okay, she's watching me right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, but anyway, let's have an honest conversation about Jamaica. Jamaica and their class system. You gotta love it. They bust their ass for anybody white or Asian, but when it come to you, they want to kill you. They want to tell you about your life. They want to go to your house and kill you. But we're supposed to understand that if you say something about this woman, you're the one that's wrong. You have no sympathy. And yes, we all know, folks, the coons came outside to defend this, defend the celebration of this woman passing. The coons came outside and decided that we're wrong for saying something and expressing jubilation for this person passing away who's done many a bad thing to black folks around the world. And one of these coons, I really just don't like this guy. Yep. D.L. Hughley slams people celebrating Queen Elizabeth's death. That's right, he did that shit. Well, we know who will be front and center weeping and carry on whenever Donald Trump kicks the bucket. I don't know how the hell you lump Trump into this, but okay. The camera crew at USA Noise caught up with cheek-turning comedian Don D.L. Hughley. After the news had broken that Monarch Queen II had taken almost a century worth of sins to the afterlife. All right, so this website might be on code. Let's see. The British Empire is responsible for some of the worst crimes against humanity, especially specifically against Black folks in Africa, and that kind of behavior won't get you much empathy when you die. These days, whenever a polarizing public figure passes away, there are usually two reactions: those who somehow find sorrow and sadness, fainted or otherwise, and those who break out their best dancing shoes and Tootsie Slide on said person's grave, which most of us did. Hughley plays for the former team. When asked about those who are dropping post-mortem bombs of criticism against Her Majesty, Mr. Bleeding Heart hopped on his grandstanding soapbox and essentially called them soulless ghouls who lack respect and humanity. Hear it for yourself in the video below. The idea of don't speak ill of the dead always seems like a gaslighting guilt trip to get people to act like the dead person is no longer a piece of ish, just because they are dead. Au contraire, mon chéri. Life status doesn't and never has determined the value of a person. Their actions, however, do. If you don't want people merely rocking on your tombstone, then it's best to live a life that is about helping people and showing love than to spend precious time lording over them with violence and subjugation. Seems like the Queen chose her path. These are the results. It is what it is. What say you? Do you agree with DL or not? Okay, they said it was down here. I guess the video doesn't work. So, yes. This man came outside and basically said that if we're dancing on her grave, he essentially told us to go to hell. Well, hell might be comfortable right now because once she got down there was a cold snap. Even the devil was like, God, dog. The devil had to put on a coat. The devil had to put on a coat. But again, I'm glad she's gone. Because what she did to Jamaica and her family have done to Jamaica for the past, let's just call it what it is, since the British Empire subjugated Jamaica. She had the opportunity for 70 years to apologize for those atrocities, but she benefited off of them. Yo, 103 Queen and hello. She benefited off the labor of Jamaicans. Whether it was the sugarcane, the tobacco, I'm sure she got cases of mangoes a year. But let a Jamaican want to come up to the UK, they ask you all kind of questions and put surveillance on you. Screw her. Trust and believe when this funeral of hers happens, I won't be watching it. Yes, I'll see the clips, but best believe there will be jokes because I don't care. What this woman has done to Jamaica it's unforgivable. And yes, we're going to put the blame on her because she was in power for 7 decades. She could have changed Jamaica's entry on the world stage, or at least assisted at the bare minimum. Didn't do that. But she showed up there 6 times to enjoy the weather, the food, and the subjugation of the people who see her walking through the streets and want to act like her. She can go to hell. And if you got a problem with that, I mean, that's on you. Oh, I know. I played it a little earlier. They are still colonial brainwashed. I might play it again. Them older folks sitting up there talking about, oh, she was a good woman, and you know she have to go with God and all that. God take care of her. What y'all need to do is take care of them airplanes that you're going to use to go get your reparations from over there. $500 billion. Okay, if Kenya can sit up there and ask for $200 billion, Jamaica needs to ask for $500 billion. Not just from her, from the Arabs, the Jews, the Dutch, the French, the Spanish, the Asians. Yeah. But this is where the problem also lies. I'm going to show y'all an article. Jamaica, we're going to have an honest conversation today. And after I talk about this, we're going to get into skin bleaching, the class system, all that dumb shit y'all practice down there. Now that she's gone, I need y'all to get rid of this stuff. But on your screen, folks, it says Queen Elizabeth's death stirs debate about colonialism, slavery, and British racism by USA Today, Rick Jervis. Let's see how much he skews this. The trip was supposed to be the equivalent of a victory lap, a week-long ceremonial romp through the Caribbean to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's 70th year as a monarch. But the March trip by British Prince William and his wife Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, was marked by protests, calls for reparations, and canceled stops. Demonstrators demanded formal apologies from the royal family for its links to slavery. Quote, during her 70 years on the throne, your grandmother has done nothing to redress and atone for the suffering of our ancestors that took place during her reign and or during the entire period of British trafficking of Africans, enslavement, indentureship, and colonialization. Members of the Advocates Network Jamaica protest group. Condolences and memorials emerged in the wake of the Queen's death on Thursday. Her passing also revived controversies surrounding her perceived lack of atonement for passage of the royal family, ties to its colonial past, and more recent racial embroilments. We do not mourn the death of Elizabeth because to us, her death is a reminder of a very tragic period in this country and Africa's history. The Economic Freedom Fighters of South African Political Opposition Party said in a statement, which I read on Thursday. During her 70 years as queen, she never once acknowledged the atrocities that her family inflicted on Native people that Britain invaded across the world. Elizabeth died Thursday at age 96, bringing an end to the United Kingdom's longest-serving monarch. Her reign spanned 15 British prime ministers, starting with Winston Churchill and 14 U.S. presidents. Calls for reparation from former colonial powers have been occurring for generations. But the backlash against Britain ramped up in the wake of the 2020 shooting of George Floyd and subsequent Black Lives Matter global protests, said Kehinde Andrews, professor of Black Studies at Birmingham City University in England. Okay, so y'all letting an immigrant tell y'all about this. Okay. Computer robots, hello. KidGravity, thank you. Telling truth, I love Jamaica, but it needs to stop love dancing, Bojangling. Yep. Barbados in November 2021 removed the Queen as its head of state, becoming the region's newest republic. 6 other Caribbean countries have signaled their intent to follow suit, including Jamaica. That was reported back on March 23rd. With Elizabeth's death, some question whether England should even have a monarchy, Andrews said. It's just the former British Empire, he said. Its time has passed, I think. Justin Hansford, law professor and director of the Thurgood Marshall Civil Rights Center at Howard University in Washington, D.C., said he was surprised to see reparations trending on his Twitter feed Thursday as people took to the social media site to point out connections between the Queen and Britain's colonial past. You lying bastard. You act like reparations wasn't trending before this? But, okay. Maybe you didn't get the connection. All right. The groundswell for slavery reparations from former British, African, and Caribbean colonies ramped up over the summer and will only amplify in the wake of Elizabeth's death, he said. Quote, this is a moment where the legacy of the British monarchy and as a result of the British Empire is being discussed at Hansford, who also sits on the UN's Permanent Forum of People of African Descent. That's not something that happens every day on a global scale. Okay. Right. Talk to them Jews. I'm sure they'll tell you the US and Germany are still paying. I'm sure England is still paying too. So, yeah, there y'all go again. William and Kate's March trip, part of the Queen's International Platinum Jubilee celebrations, culminated in Jamaica when sign-wielding protesters gathered outside the British High Commission and more than 100 professors, dignitaries, and other prominent citizens wrote an open letter to the royal family demanding an apology and reparations for slavery. On that trip, William, Elizabeth's grandson, at the time second in line to the throne, called slavery abhorrent during the dinner speech and said it should never have happened, though notably stopped short of apologizing. Some observers applaud the remarks, calling it a landmark step forward, but critics say it didn't go far enough. Quote, many of us are not charmed, Rosalia Hamilton, an organizer with the Advocates Network Jamaica, told the Washington Post at the time. Williams' speech doesn't rise to the level of a formal apology, which not only requires taking responsibility, but a commitment to non-repetition of course, repertory justice. Marriage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2018 also rekindled allegations of racism simmering for years at Buckingham Palace. After leaving the royal family moving to California in 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex sat for an interview with Oprah Winfrey. In the interview, Meghan said that an unnamed person in the royal household questioned whether her son would be too dark to represent the UK, prompting William to later respond that the royal family was very much not a racist family. Though allegations of racism family in Britain's colonial past are separate issues, they are often intertwined. Really? Who wrote this? It should say, though allegations of racism within the royal family in Britain's colonial past are together. That should have been the sentence. Allegations of racism within the royal family in Britain's colonial past are intertwined forever. End sentence. You see how white supremacy is always on code when trying to change history? Always. In June 2021, a group of students voted to remove a portrait of Elizabeth hanging in a common room at Magdalen College at Oxford University in England over concerns that depictions of the monarch and the British monarchy represent recent colonial history, sparking a backlash from pro-monarchy leaders. One of Elizabeth's enduring legacies is how she managed to skirt controversy over a long and storied reign. Really? Hey. From the brutal British suppression of the Mau Mau revolt in Kenya at the start of her reign in the 1950s to the recent revelations by Harry and Meghan, emerge unblemished. Really? Said Marcus Ryder, professor of media diversity at Birmingham City University. Quote, generally speaking, what has been amazing about the Queen is that these controversies have swirled around her. She's been able to avoid any of them tarnishing her. He said, whether her successor can do the same, who knows? Right. Yo 103 Queen says, now that the Queen's son, Charles, in charge of our days, of our lives. Sorry, old 80s baby. The one that had his ex-wife off allegedly. Yeah. And like I said, he was granted monarch status today, and he said he's going to move the royal family forward and in a new direction. Yeah. I would love to see that bullshit. I would love to see that crap. But Jamaica, let's have an honest conversation. You Negroes shamed me this week. And like I said before, a lot of y'all weren't doing this. A lot of y'all were celebrating. But the fact that the older generations are the ones leading and supposed to be teaching you guys how to move in this world, but they gave y'all a colonizer's mindset. I have to put the blame on everybody. Because they should know better. They were around when this woman was extracting resources from Jamaica in front of your faces. This woman took untold billions out of your family's mouth to enrich her lifestyle. And y'all sat up there and accepted the fact that you could go to the UK whenever you wanted as compensation. So you guys can go to Brixton and Dorchester and be amongst your people and eat jerk chicken off a high street. That's what y'all cared about. All them times, all the people go up there and go hang around, take pictures at Buckingham Palace. Not now one of y'all came up in there and got arrested for trying to give her the reparations document. Now y'all want to sit up here and get ready. Some of y'all out there probably looking up plane tickets so you can go up there and watch the funeral. Y'all go somewhere. Queen said, I understand the Windsors own still plenty of land. Oh, yes. On plenty of land all over the planet. Yup. I just finished watching a clip of how they stole land in Kenya from them people and had it for damn near 70 years. And not once did they give them compensation for it. And all our brainwashed people still bows down to these wicked people. But yet aren't they on TV praising that damn devil? Man, these people literally lost. Oh, don't worry. Once it gets closer to the wedding, you're going to start seeing posts of people whipping out all these gowns and royal attire, talking about they're going to be watching funeral procession in this bullshit. It's going to look like an episode of Bridgerton. I swear to God to you. And I'm just going to sit up there and I'm going to look and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Jamaica sitting up there talking about, hey, we're going to have 12 days of mourning. No, you should have 12 days of Black empowerment, Jamaican empowerment. Y'all out there talking about, oh, we're going to finally put $2 billion in education. You should have been doing this for years. You shouldn't be taking the money away from the people. You should be going to England and say, listen, you owe us $500 billion. Give us $2 billion to go educate the youth, and we'll put it towards your bill. You're still going to owe us $498 billion, but that'll be the right step for goodwill. A royal demon. Oh, that's it. Believe all the child touchers and wicked people are going to show up there. You know Biden's going. Trump's probably going to go on their secret of night, which they'll probably protest anyway. Obama's going to be there. Who else? George Bush. Clinton, of course, with Hillary. I think I heard Mitch McConnell say he's going. What else did I hear was going? I'm sure Kamami's going because she has to go talk to Megan. Because you know Megan gonna show up. She'll probably be like in the last row. Yeah. But let's continue. So they went to New York because you know that's like Jamaica Central. So they asked Jamaicans how they feel about the Queen dying. Queen Elizabeth was not just the Queen of the United Kingdom, but one of the faces of the monarchy through ups and downs, conflicts, and commonwealths for decades. New Yorkers from various nations with connections to the Queen are now reflecting on what her death means. I would just love to hear what the Jamaicans said. CBS 2's Tim McNicholas visited the bustling Brooklyn Terminal Market, which I used to live around the corner from, where thousands of New Yorkers from the West Indies go for their grocery shopping. Friday shoppers and employees from Jamaica were reflecting on the Queen's death. Now, quick thing about the Brooklyn Terminal Market, that's owned by not Jamaicans. That's owned by Nigerians and Spanish folk. Just a little history and trivia for you. Here we go. He already cooning. She treat us well. She look out for the country. She treat us well. She look out for the country, Ryan said. Charity always donating and stuff like that. See what I mean? Really? I did not hear this. Megan ain't gonna show up. I heard England is playing Megan for Elizabeth's death. Well, unless she was calling her every day and cussing her out, I don't think I don't think we should blame her for Elizabeth's death. That's funny as hell. Computer robot said Jamaica needs to wake up. Jamaica. I think they're in a. I think they're a victim of the Matrix. We're going to miss her. She's a wonderful person. Marie Hamilton said. Jesus Christ. Martin, who worked security at one of the market stores, remember catching a glimpse of the Queen when she visited the country in 2002. She was still regarded as Jamaica's Queen, now a largely symbolic role until her death. What? What did this asshole just say? She was still regarded as Jamaica's Queen, now a largely symbolic role until her death. Okay. Andrew Holness, them idiot people in that first video I played. And now these two, this idiot who just said this, I'm sorry, but double coon ain't gonna be enough for this one. I'm sorry, folks. Double coon is not gonna be enough. We're going to have to up it. Triple coon. That's right. The Hualana are triple coons. And Flournoy. Hello. Oh, it's going to get worse.
Answer.
That's right. Triple coons. And the reason you guys are getting the triple coon award is because you know what this woman's done. Number one, and you're ignoring it. Number two, she's dead and you're still giving her praise. And number three, you're not talking about how Jamaica can move forward on this. Y'all are still in the mourning phase. But when one of the people die, you say, yo, the woman live a full life, and we have to, make sure we reflect on them life, all the good time that we have, but we have to move on. But when it comes to this woman, you guys are going to be in like 12 years of mourning. I swear to God, I guarantee you before the end of the year, there will be a picture of Queen Elizabeth somewhere painted on somebody's building. Probably in Kingston. One is the worst, It was good because everybody was excited to see the Queen, so it was a very good thing. Idiot. The Prime Minister of Jamaica says all flags on public buildings will be flown at half-mast for 12 days. Why? I bet you if Biden died, y'all wouldn't do this. Oh, no, we'll do it for Lenny Henry? No. Make sure say you do it for Oliver Samuels when he pass on. Just make sure. Hey. Hey. Catherine. What's going on with her? Anyway, some of shoppers. Oh, God, who wrote this? Some of the shoppers said they'd like to find ways to pay their respects here in New York, but some customers told CBS2 off camera they were not fans of the royal family and their history. Oh, so because they were hating on her, y'all didn't want to post that. Y'all didn't want to print that. I would love to do triple cooning. Quadruple cooning. Yo, but I don't have 4 people living in my house. I'll check. We'll wait. Give me 1 second. I can tell this Jamaican prime minister is not going to ask England for reparation. Oh, we're going to get into Holness and his dirty deeds. Mr. Macaroni himself. Anyway, let's continue. This includes Leroy Cummings, who moved to New York from Barbados in the 60s. Okay, we'll go to Barbados. There's little things that we're concerned about, reparations and all the different things that occurred. But on behalf of her and her family, my condolences go out. Why is the goddamn Caribbean so backward ass and lost? How do you come up on an interview and say we don't care about reparations? How is that a little thing, sir? Oh, I get it, because you guys get money in your pocket from your little job, and that's enough. So the white people them owe you money, but you don't want that unless y'all work fit. But make I say, yo, let me borrow $10 and say, yo, may I give it back to you Friday. Thursday evening, y'all ask me for the money. If me no show up Friday with it, y'all ready for fight. Couldn't be me, folks. Why is the Irish people more on code with Black Americans and the non-FBA that are saying screw this woman than the people that she subjugated? In Yonkers, the Queen's death was the talk of the tavern at Rory Dolan's. Waitress Maria Friel from Northern Ireland says many of her friends and families resent the Queen, but not her. Here we go. I thought she was a great woman. I technically look at her like she was a grandmother. She was a mother, and I'm kind of looking at that aspect of it more so than growing up in the North and being bitter, Friel said. Oh, yeah, y'all proxy war with England. Yeah, okay. As for Martin, we love the Queen in Jamaica. You hear him? They made sure to put that right at the end. He said his family back home is mourning the Queen as well. Oh my God. Every TV in Jamaica is going to be on this. How much you want to bet Sherika and them probably just got asked to go up there to represent Jamaica? Dirty somebody. Listen to them. They And Flournoy said the government set up the middle class for whites, gave them land, gave them cash. Yep, gave them a whole bunch of stuff. Gave them privileges for being mediocre. It is pathetic. It is pathetic that they're cooning like this. And then we'll find out in 5 years, Jamaicans are going to be the approved Negroes again. Nigerians are going to be upset. Unbelievable. Look at this. The Jamaican website. 12 things the Queen still does for Jamaica. This was 9 months ago. Look at this. She sets up your elections for you. Ministers are appointed by the Queen through her representative. The monarch gives formal assent to laws passed by Jamaica's House of Representatives and Senate prior to those laws taking effect. How is she still running from your country? How is she still running your country 2,000 miles away? The Queen performs various public and private functions in Jamaica and on behalf of the country abroad. As the Queen of Jamaica, she has guardianship of foster children known as crown wards. I wonder how many of them are serving in the palace right now. The Queen confirms awards of the Jamaican honor system. The monarch's governor general has the authority to discipline civil service officers, local government officers, and police. Yeah, that would have been nice to clean up Jamaica's corruption with the cops. Yeah, okay. Through her representative, she can grant those sentenced to death, but must act on the advice of the Jamaican Privy Council. Her governor general appoints members of the services commissions that decides appointments, disciplinary control, retirement benefits for public services. The governor general, on the Queen's behalf, appoints and performs the swearing in of the prime minister, the opposition leader, cabinet leaders, attorney general, chief justice, court of appeals president, and judiciary members. The monarch supports Jamaican programs and initiatives that foster the development of youth entrepreneurs, crime reduction, youth in agriculture, and illness prevention. Bullshit. Jamaica is one of the largest has one of the largest number of murders in the world. So how is number 11 doing anything to prevent that? The Queen remains neutral in political matters, right? Because she has somebody else that she feeds her agenda through. Jamaica, let's have an honest conversation. Most people wouldn't even know you exist without Ian Fleming and James Bond. Let's just call it what it is. The Queen didn't move your country forward. It took a man writing a book and a film company to make Jamaica profitable. Make people want to go to Jamaica, check it out. Your country, do you understand Jamaica? You're a country that's not known for any type of innovation. I saw somebody post some lie on Twitter talking about, oh, Jamaica has the best doctors in the world because they go abroad and learn and get these what they call it, sponsorships. And there's some of the best doctors in the world. Okay, let's tell that lie. How many of all them people that y'all got over there as Jamaican doctors, how many of them are running to St. Lucia for work? Huh? How many of them are working hard to get visas to go to Florida and become doctors? New York. The chick who took the first Belle Biv DeVoe shot, Jamaican. Huh? Let's have an honest conversation here. When you get cancer in Jamaica, they can't treat you there. They more likely tell you, if you got the money, go to Miami. I had an uncle die from stomach cancer. They didn't know what to do. I had an uncle, healthy. He just had a little problem. Dead in a few days. Where are these great Jamaican doctors? They run to other countries. So great that all these people dying in Jamaica, and all of a sudden now, y'all wanna hype yourselves up. We're not playing this game, Jamaica. We're not doing this. Not today. Y'all have a very bad track record of lying on yourselves. Computer Robot said, my Jamaican parents told me the healthcare system is not good. It's not. Have you seen? Okay, fine. Jamaica, since okay, see, you guys want to play this game. I don't care. I need this exposed. Would you like to see something? Now, these pictures are from Jamaica Hospital in Queens. Let's look up the Jamaican hospitals, shall we? They won't even show this. Look at this. Folks, let's play the game. Since we want to be, hey, Jamaica, since you want everybody to be honest and give you the goddamn respect that you think you deserve, hey, let's talk. What is this? This looks like Brookdale in New York. This is a children's hospital, folks. Look at it. Let's have a conversation here. I went too far. Who in Jamaica would be black people in the comment section? I know it's only black people. There ain't no white people here. But come on, family. Who would take their kids to this if you lived in Jamaica? How many of y'all would be comfortable taking your children here for care? Nah, let's really talk. Look at this. I'm looking at a story right now, folks, just looking through the pictures. They're talking about they're going to shut down Cornwall Regional Hospital. I don't know where the hell they did. Where is it? Hang on. Oh, motherfucker, I closed the wrong thing. And we're not playing with this no more. Now, this one looks actually decent. So load. This one looks actually decent. Now, this one here actually looks decent. Mandeville Hospital. Okay, that's a rich area. Mandeville's a rich town. But look, it looked decent. I ain't feeling the pink though, but it's decent. I don't know if y'all can really see it. Let me see if I can zoom it in somewhere. Yeah, look at that. That looks fairly decent. Like you'd feel comfortable taking your family there. But come on, Jamaica, we're not doing this. Look at this. Jamaica hospital yet to benefit from $100 million raise at 2018. What? 2018 Shaggy and what? Shaggy and Friends charity concert. $100 million raised. So where is that money? Almost 2 years after the successful staging of the biennial Shaggy and Friends concert, the Bustamante Hospital for Children is still anxiously waiting to receive the benefits from the charity event, which reportedly raised $100 million. The concert was hosted by international recording artists. That's how they say artists. They say artistes. Orville Shaggy Burrell on January 6, 2018, with support from the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation, which is co-directed by his wife, Rebecca Burrell. Contacted by the Sunday Gleaner, the hospital's chairman, Kenneth Benjamin, confirmed that neither the intensive care unit beds that were to be purchased from the proceeds of charity nor the money raised has ever been handed over. So where's the money? We haven't received the funds yet, which Benjamin told the Sunday Gleaner last week. Since its inception in 2009, the Shaggy and Friends concert have reportedly raised more than $400 million for the hospital, which is the only one of its kind in the English-speaking Caribbean. The last staging of the event was held on the lawns of Jamaica House and featured a star-studded lineup with performances from international artists Sting, white man, Wyclef Jean, a Haitian, and a number of Jamaican favorites. So y'all didn't even, in y'all story, didn't even lead with the Jamaicans. Say less. In addition to money raised from tickets, which were sold for as much as $26,000, several sponsors came on board to support the charity concert. A symbolic check for $100 million was handed over to the hospital at its Arthur Wint Drive location in February 2018. Last week, Rebecca Burrell acknowledged the money has yet to be handed over to the hospital and maintained it was never the foundation's practice to give the hospital the money that is raised. What? Wait. What? Let's read that again. Last week, Rebecca Burrell acknowledged that the money has yet to be handed over to the hospital, maintained that it was never the foundation practice to give the money to the hospital that is raised. What the hell? Somebody explain this doublespeak to me. I need someone to explain this to me. Explain this doublespeak. Black Renaissance Podcast. Hello. Can someone explain this doublespeak to me? She acknowledged that the money has yet to be handed over to the hospital and maintained it was never the foundation's practice to give the hospital the money that is raised. I thought y'all were raising it for these children. So what are you doing with the money? Here we go. Our policy is we purchase equipment for the hospital. Basically, we meet their needs lists based on that, but we have never handed over actual funds, she told the Sunday Gleaner. But early in the article, they said they still haven't received their ICU bed. So where is the money? Here we go. Here comes the bullshit. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here comes the bullshit. The concert was last January, and in truth and in fact, we have been doing a whole lot of housekeeping and switching over a lot of things in terms of what our mandate is and that kind of stuff internally with accountants and everything on our end. What? Yo Queen. Is it 100 million in American dollars or 100 million in Jamaican monies? No, it's 100 million in Jamaican money. This is all Jamaican money. He did that. He does that concert in Jamaica. So 100 million. Jam to USD. So right now, counting for well, I don't know if they on this if they do inflation. So right now, hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, so 100 million Jamaican dollars. Wait, is this even the right one? Wait, why does it say crypto? Oh, this is crypto. Sorry. Sorry, folks. So 100 million Jamaican dollars is equivalent to $669,200 in American money. So you guys raised at that one concert almost $700,000, and these people still haven't got ICU beds for children. Now on a claim, y'all raised 400 million. So you've raised almost 2.7 million American dollars for this hospital, and they haven't received anything in the way of a form of compensation. Jamaica, let's have an honest conversation. What is this? Why y'all not calling Shaggy out on this? She added there, it has just been a series of events that has delayed us, some on our part, some on the part of the hospital, and how things are done down there. What? So y'all not even down there checking where y'all money is and where it's going. I don't think there is any one person to blame. It's not a matter of it won't be delivered. It will be. It is just a matter of when. Where is the money? Mrs. Burrell told the Sunday Gleaner that the focus of the 2018 staging of the Shaggy and Friends concert was to raise funds to purchase 5 beds for the hospital's ICU, but that the existing ICU space would need to be expanded to accommodate these additional beds. So all that money you made. Wait. So y'all raised 100 million Jamaican dollars, which is equivalent to $669,200 in American money. And y'all are telling me that 5 ICU beds equal that much? That's what y'all telling us. Let's see how much an ICU bed costs. Folks, this is why I can't stand people and how they lie. Now, remember, this is $669,000 in American money. I just did a quick search on how much an ICU bed, if I was just going to purchase it by myself. Folk, you can buy it on eBay. Why are they lying? You could buy thousands of beds with that money and send it to all the children's hospitals in the country and still have money left over. $2,000. Okay, let's play the game. This is just a regular ICU bed. Let's look up the kids one. Let's see if they even have any. I think this is, okay, so this is India. I don't care about India. Let's see. Here we go. Now, these look like nice beds. I bet you they won't give me the price, though. There ain't no way this costs 600. This would cost $100-something thousand. There's no way. There's no way. No, I don't want the average cost of the hospital cost. Let's see. Air mattresses, none of that. Semi-electric, $500 to $800 on average. Semi-electric, fully electric, $800 to $1,500. And even those ones I showed before, that one was like $7,000. Somebody's telling lies here, folks. Where is that money? Even with shipping costs, it shouldn't cost you for 5 beds more than $30,000. Why y'all out here telling lies? Where is the money? Best believe if you were in this country right now and you pulled something like this, IRS and the SEC would be on your ass right now. Hell, you would have the FBI on you right now, asking you where that money is. Where are the beds? Talking about, oh, we got to expand the ICU space. Okay, you could expand it with the extra money that you had left over. 5 beds do not cost $670,000. Hospital administrators were hoping that since the plan has not yet been realized, the money could instead used to be fund more pressing needs, such as the purchase of beds for the wards. Recently, we have had a lot of problems with bed capacity, and we are in the middle of trying to erect some more buildings for more wards so we can have more beds, Benjamin explained. We are getting a lot more patients than we used to. I wonder why. And there are seasons where there are so many kids coming down with all sorts of things that are seasonal, and we just don't have the capacity of the hospital to accommodate them. But I thought Jamaica had all these great hospitals and great doctors. They shouldn't even be admitted to the hospital. They should be in the emergency room, figure out what's wrong, and then go and send them home with a script. Yo Queen and said, "Blessings to you, KidGravity. I'm out. I have grandma babysitting duties. It's a very good program. Thank you so much, and please teach those babies. Teach those babies." And Florida said, do they pay attention to what happened in Haiti and even New Orleans? Nope. If it ain't on Jamaica shores, they don't care. The Sunday Gleaner understands that an increasing number of children are being admitted with symptoms associated with dengue fever, and with the influenza season now in full swing, some children who should be admitted are being sent home due to a shortage of beds on the ward. Partnership was recently forged with the University Hospital of the West Indies to treat some of these children at that facility. Sunday Gleaner understands that the hospital's efforts to secure donations towards purchasing beds have been impacted by the perception that the funds from the most recent Shaggy and Friends concert have been handed over. Mrs. Burrell said a senior member of the hospital staff has relayed the desire to have the money spent on beds instead, given the current dilemma, but she had to take into consideration the fact that this was not the focus of the 2018 fundraising efforts. But you analyze the need that they have. Give them their stuff. The foundation's co-director said, however, that based on recent dialogue, Shaggy has expressed his intention to use a portion of the money earned from his performance in the upcoming Little Mermaid live production to purchase beds. The multi-Grammy winning artiste has stated in a previous media interview that there will not be a 2020 staging of the Shaggy and Friends concert because of his busy schedule. Mrs. Burrell said, the foundation usually goes to a supplier overseas to purchase equipment for the hospital following the fundraising concerts, and these are then shipped to Jamaica. She stated that while the majority of the equipment is new, some is refurbished. Again, they still do not cost $670,000, man. Stop it. She further explained that one of the reasons for the delay in purchasing the promised beds for the ICU unit is the fact that they were still focused on purchasing equipment for the catheterization laboratory, or cath lab, which was officially opened in April this year. So you guys don't think that if you're opening a brand new lab, you have all that stuff ready to go? Jesus Christ. The lab is part of a multi-million-dollar investment made by several partners to enhance the delivery of cardiovascular services to children. So y'all just screwing the youth down there. I can't read no more. I can't read no more. This is unbelievable. I can't read no more. You raise money at a concert for children. Admitted in there, you buy stuff that's new or refurbished, and try to tell us that it costs almost $700,000 for 5 beds when I just looked up beds off a whim, and at most they'll cost 10 grand, and you get it from overseas, so the shipping could be another couple $1,000, but that still would not even equal if you do it 5 times up to that at $669,000. And you've been doing this for years. You've raised $400 million since 2012? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Go ahead. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. This is y'all. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Let's move on to the Prime Minister. Why? Andrew Holness. He pulled himself an Obama. Yes, he did. He took ownership of land in Jamaica to build a house for himself. Yes, he did. And he came out with a statement about it. Let's see what he said. Holness, to date, the total cost of land preparation, construction, and landscaping is approximately 52 million Jamaican dollars spent over a period of 4 years, financed by savings, salary, bank loans, and suppliers' credit. Jamaica Labour Party leader Andrew Holness has provided a statement detailing the acquisition of his Beverly Hills lands and the construction of his house there. My fellow Jamaicans, recently the People's National Party, namely the Minister of Finance, has politicized my personal affairs. As a public figure, I have a duty to ensure that my affairs meet legal and ethical standards, recognizing as well we are now in an election campaign where there is a concerted effort by the PNP to distract from the plans that the Jamaica Labour Party has put forward in our 10-point plan for the benefit and prosperity of the people of Jamaica. I will answer these questions, but first, for the sake of completeness and transparency, we too have questions to ask Dr. Phillips and the PNP. Dr. Phillips, as a parliamentarian earning practically the same salary as the leader of the opposition, how did you afford the house you presently live in, which is valued at multiple times your salary? Here we go. So instead of answering the questions that they presented, you're going to start pocket watching. Okay, let's see. Upon becoming a minister and also having regard to the fact that I had a young family, I took legal and accounting advice on how I should structure my personal affairs. Consequent on that advice, I incorporated an international business company in St. Lucia. So you didn't even keep the money in Jamaica. You took it to St. Lucia, you got it. Hold on one second. Catherine, what's the problem? Take what out? I don't know. Catherine, calm down. Calm down. Thank you. This course of action is common practice, Oh, God. This course of action is common practice, particularly for estate planning purposes. The name of the company, AdMat, is a combination of the names of my two sons, Adam and Matthew. I am the sole director of the company, and the company has 3 shareholders, being my sons and myself. This company was registered in 2008 and declared to the Integrity Commission that year. Everything I own is in physically Jamaica. In late 2010, I started negotiations to purchase a piece of land to construct my family home. In 2011, I made the first of 4 payments on the land. Payments were completed in August 2011. The title was transferred in July 2011. At the time of signing, I did not write any statement saying signed by loan a visit to Jamaica. Funds from my account at JMB and Stocks and Securities were used to finance the purchase of the property in September 2012. We began preparation of the site for construction, which involved excavation of boulders and fragmentation of rocks. The resulting stones from this process were used to construct retaining, facing, and boundary walls. The initial phase was financed from my savings, salary, and suppliers' credit of approximately 3.8 million Jamaican dollars. The initial phase cost approximately 8.6 million Jamaican dollars. The second phase was the actual erection of the structure. This happened during 2013 at a cost of approximately 35 million Jamaican dollars, which was financed by a $10 million home improvement loan from Scotiabank, a $3 million mortgage from Jamaica National, and suppliers credit of approximately 15.6 million. My wife, being a real estate developer, has established credit lines for the supply of construction and building material and equipment rental. The supplier's credit came from this source. In 2014, we completed all major construction in that year, spent approximately $9 million financed by salary savings and supplier's credit. In 2015, there was no significant construction activity as the project was subsequently complete. To date, the total cost of land preparation, construction, and landscaping is approximately 52 million spent over a period of 4 years, financed by savings, salary, bank loans, and suppliers' credit. Currently, I'm servicing debt repayments to the banks and to suppliers. So you went into debt over this. Okay. All of this has been declared in my annual integrity reports, which has been filed within the statutory time frame. My report for the year 2015 will be filed by March 31st, 2016, as required by law. So in the interest of transparency and integrity in public life, I have disclosed an unprecedented amount of personal financial affairs. Furthermore, our government will be committed to transparency. The coming days we will be publishing the Jamaica Labour Party's plan to address corruption. I have now met the demands of the People's National Party. I look forward to debating Mrs. Simpson Miller soon. So you went into debt to build a house. Yeah, you went into debt over a house. Y'all can't make this up. Yeah. Jamaica had so much corruption, but it learned well from the UK. Mr. Macaroni himself. Y'all probably wondering why I keep saying Mr. Macaroni himself. Well, years ago, he got into a spat with someone from the opposition party. And they went back and forth. He decided to call him Macaroni. Now, this was all ribbing, something that certain sectors of the African diaspora can't get over. But I call him Macaroni because he's full of holes. But let's hear him explain what macaroni is.
Madness is that. Tax the poor, refuse to pay the teachers struggling, and give up $4 billion to bauxite multinationals. What kind of government is that? Sometimes, Mr. Speaker, it looks like macaroni running the government.
The leader of the opposition spoke about macaroni. I'm going to buy a chair. Just shut up over there. And Mr. Speaker, we couldn't figure out who he was calling macaroon or who he was referring to. But Mr. Portland found macaroni. Apparently, Mr. Speaker, macaroni operates a bus. And he lent his bus. He lent his bus for a day to a friend who happens to be a supporter of the leader of the opposition. And the friend, Mr. Speaker, the friend crashed the bus. And everybody now wants to blame macaroni. I mean, the story is just so ironic, apropos. I mean, the story is the leader of the opposition in his presentation tried to blame the government for everything. But the truth is,
what is the truth?
That it was we who drove the bus and wrecked it and created the problem. It was you who was driving And I believe macaroni is here. I believe macaroni is here. So macaroni.
In the gallery when you
So
came in your advice.
macaroni gave me a message. Him said, leave him alone. Don't call him name. All right? Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have so much things to say, but the hour is what it is, and I'm going to scrap the rest of the speech because there's so much to report. So much good news to give to the country about the actions of this government, actions yielding prosperity.
They have learned well. They have learned well from the colonizing governments, on how to blame everybody else for what they're overseeing. Instead of them saying, hey, let's be the government that's really going to work for the people and push the people forward. Y'all are now investing money in the education of the youth. Y'all are making Jamaica brighter with more street lights. Yet we still have people in Jamaica, all this money. There's still people in Jamaica that have to leave their house to go in the backyard to use the bathroom. Jamaicans have to go and turn on a switch so their boilers can start, so they can at least have hot water. But you're up there preaching how you're helping the people. I really wish I would just be honest. See, in B1 society, Jamaica, we preach honesty here. You don't get to come in this society and start telling lies because your lies will be exposed. We're checking everybody's paperwork. Y'all were the same ones who said Adele was cool wearing the feathers. But let's ask the question. Would she have wore something that represented Jamaica on a day that it wasn't carnival? See, when my wife showed me the picture, I said, I don't care. And she'll even tell you, I said, this is how Jamaica is. They just don't care. Anybody representing their culture, they're okay with it. So they won't even understand when somebody's disrespecting it. I'm not saying Adele at that moment was disrespecting it, but they wouldn't understand if somebody was up there disrespecting their culture. But let's really talk Jamaica. Let's have a conversation. Y'all want to run around here and join in these discussions about who the hell created hip hop in America. Let's ask the question, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for everybody in here that's grown up in the 90s, put a 1 in the chat. I want to take y'all down memory lane real fast before we get into the Twitter business. I have a question. I need something answered. Jackson Harlem, hello. We got a lot to talk about. Yes, I'm Flournoy. We got a lot to talk about. It's time to really start talking to the African diaspora, telling them to wake up. This is a turning point in American history, in the diaspora's history. It's time to get out of that colonized mindset. I told y'all, these midterms are going to dictate the future. If y'all screw this up, we're done. I'm 85, baby. Okay, Jamaica, let's talk. The height of the 90s. I'll probably get flagged for this, but that's okay. I'll just take this. I'll just change the music later. Who remembers when we would watch TV and the old Jamaican ads would come up saying, "Come to Jamaica"? Who remembers those? They would always have the brown skin chick, Miss Bronin, underneath one of the waterfalls. Computer Robots is a 1990s baby. Okay. So I'm sure you've seen these. Let's have a conversation. Jamaica. James Bond got y'all hot. Steven Seagal allegedly went to Jamaica in Marked for Death. Let's have a conversation. Jamaica, who remembers this?
Welcome to LSB Feasters Radio. But I'll be back.
Come back to yourself.
Jamaica. These ads were dominating for 20 years. They even licensed Bob Marley's song and took white people and remixed it because they did not want to pay the Marley estate their asking price. Y'all don't want to have this conversation with me right now. I'm going to wake y'all up, though, because as someone who rocks the green, gold, and black, I gotta tell the truth here. Hey, my crowd, when's the last time you see one of these commercials on TV? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to tell y'all a story. When's the last time? Queen loves y'all down there so much. She's not even pushing for Jamaica ads to be put up anymore. But all of a sudden now we're seeing Discover Puerto Rico. Go travel to Puerto Rico. Ever since Obama opened up the rights to go for Americans to go to Cuba, you saw them Cuba commercials. Jamaica, all that, your economy is largely based off exports and tourism. I don't see y'all pushing that. Y'all are depending on people online saying they're going to go to Jamaica. I mean, granted, that's free advertising, and everybody needs that every now and again, but especially coming out of this global scamdemic, Y'all should have been pushing the fact that y'all need people to come back to the island. Y'all haven't done that. I'm just going to say it. Y'all got people over there scamming. People are leaving Jamaica to come up here. I just read a story. They're talking about they're telling Caribbean teachers, do not come up to the U.S. because the opportunities are not here. Jamaica, I'm trying to tell y'all a story. Y'all don't understand what the hell's going on here. Y'all so caught up in your colonial tribal mindset, you're not seeing what's going on out here. And what makes it worse is y'all are not even asking questions. The most noise I've heard y'all talk about in regards to reparations is the fact that you don't care enough about it since March to say something. The day she died, y'all should have been on that wave. You should have said, okay, I'm sad that she's gone, but we need our money. And it's up to King Charles now to give us our money. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all said a statement in March when reparations was really starting to make traction on Twitter. Y'all figured y'all joined the conversation. Y'all got praise, got yourself some attention, but then y'all shut up and didn't say anything about it now. Now that it's 5 months later, she's dead, and y'all still haven't said a word. Gonna go right back to daggering and worrying about dumb things and shooting each other. Y'all don't care. Then you got these idiot old generation talking about, I don't want that. But she's my queen. Newsflash, the queen works for the people. You look up any empire that's been on earth and what happened when they screwed over the people. They went to go see her or him or them. But y'all are too scared to go see Buckingham Palace. Let's have an honest conversation, Jamaica. Y'all more worried about booty clapping and which artists are going to do a show that you can go pay hundreds of dollars that you don't have to go look, instead of reading up on what Garvey and all of them say about establishing your identity as a Jamaican person and getting what's owed to you. That escapes your purview. And if you don't believe me, go look up the business episode where Jason Black talked to that Jamaican woman who tried to lie and say that Jamaica teaches about Marcus Garvey. And when he pressed her on it, she couldn't give a direct answer. They admitted that they don't really teach Garvey because they did not want a whole bunch of Jamaican people coming out radicalized. But we're supposed to take y'all serious. When I see these coons coming on TV talking about that she was such a lovely woman because they don't want to sit down and do 30 minutes of research and see what she's done to her ancestors, to their ancestors. I caught y'all sitting up there praising Kamala because she happens to be half Jamaican, yet didn't know that her great-great-grandfather ran slaves. But y'all were cool with that. I get heat for putting up a video of a Jamaican girl coming up to the States for school and exposing the fact that she brought that colonized mindset to America, and the fact that she can't understand what y'all have been going through for hundreds of years. And the only thing, her words, that they share with Americans is music. And I get heat for exposing that. I get people coming in that comment thread telling me I'm wrong for putting that up and going in on her. I'm wrong for defending Sha'Carri Richardson against the Jamaicans because the Jamaicans love to run their mouth. And instead of this is the same country that loves to say that we're humble people and all we do is just enjoy waking up every day and have the sun shine and all this. But the second this girl gets beat by a Jamaican, it's all the same. Oh, she can't run. She ejat. She scan now gal and all this. But then when they get beat, then all of a sudden there's some excuse. Paul Grant said, foreign Jamaicans are different than the locals and they don't want to be in Commonwealth, and we have. Be careful how we have been careful how we speak about a country if you don't live in. Right. Okay, so we shouldn't talk about that. That's what you're saying. We shouldn't talk about that. Because I'm not talking about the foreign Jamaicans. I'm talking about the Jamaicans that lived on the island and come up here with that same mindset. That's what I'm talking about. I would be considered that foreign Jamaican you're talking about. I wasn't born there, but I've heard the sentiment. I've worked with Jamaicans who come up there and think that they're better than the Black Americans that lived up here because they know how to kiss white ass. I swear to God, if the Queen ever visited where they work, they'd be the first ones out front. Paul Grant, you got here late. I played a video with the locals who were sitting there lionizing the Queen. Talking about she should be hopefully she went to a better place. In front of a total gas station. So you know I'm not lying. At Halfway Tree. So you know I'm not lying. They call her the Queen of Jamaica. But that's them. You're right. I shouldn't speak about a country that I don't live in. You're right. I put over, they'll tell you in the chat, I put over the fact that most Jamaicans, the younger generation, they were celebrating. It was only them old heads that were talking, they were sad. And Flournoy, foreign Jamaican, what is that? I think he means the Jamaicans that are up here. They don't live on the island anymore or never have lived on the island. I think that's what he means. Like he's talking about the immigrants and the children of immigrants. Because, of course, there's two different Jamaicans. There's the Jamaicans that are on the island, and then there's the Jamaicans that live abroad, or foreign, we call it. The Europeans, the real ones, are Moors after the Inquisition, the slave European merchants sold their own to American Jamaica for perpetual slavery. Yep. And a lot of them don't want to bring that stuff up. But, you know, they were never beyond the privilege of a benign slave. Yeah. And the field Negroes were the malignant ones. That's the ones that they did not like. Because those were the ones that led the revolutions. Like Tacky and them. But Jamaica, y'all got to wake up. We can't have this anymore. We can't do this anymore. Again, this is your time to change your destiny. If Holness ain't going to do it, the people have to do it. The Jamaican grassroots have to get together. I don't care if you're Rastafarian. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Christian. Y'all got to get on one accord, get on code, get that legislation that y'all proposed in March, and get that to Buckingham Palace and get your money. You can't let another country like Kenya or the US or Brazil, any other country get this money. You guys have more of a legitimate claim to the Union Jack than we do. I mean, sorry, than America does. Y'all need to go get that money. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars. Like I said, Kenya is talking about 200 billion. And that's just off some tobacco and tea. I'm sorry, just tea. Y'all had tobacco. Y'all had sugarcane. Y'all had the goddamn bananas, mangoes, all of that stuff taken to the monarchy. Your natural resources taken over to England. The British royal family has been profiting off that thing since the 16th century. Y'all are owed at least $500 billion. Go get that money. She's dead now. Your biggest hurdle to get reparations is out of the way. Go get that money. Stand tall. I swear to God, I would imagine some FBA freedmen would sit there and support y'all doing that. I don't even want to die. Go get that money. It's what, 5 hours to England? Y'all can survive 5 hours on a plane. Go get that money. Gonna love you some UK anyway. Go get that money. Barbados don't want it. Go up there, be assholes and say, give us a Barbados share since they don't want it. Nikki to God, hello. Thank you for promoting. Thank you. Everybody wish Nikki to God a happy birthday. And maybe we get her deep dish with a candle. Exactly. Do not take shares. Don't take no shares. Don't take no crypto. Say you want dollars. Tell her to chop up that goddamn Cullinan diamond since they won't return it and give you a fragment and go sell that. Don't ask for no free work visas to the UK. Don't ask for, government jobs and all this. I want my money and I want y'all's government officials out of our country. We're going to run this country. We will create a coalition that will move Jamaica in the right direction. That's how y'all got to play that. And y'all got to be serious. But if you're not going to be serious, then just let the world know you're not going to be serious, and let's move on. We'll stay away from y'all. But enough about that. Now, if y'all didn't notice, my name today was in yellow. That signifies that this was a serious show. So now I'm going to green. The B1 Night Rider is done being serious. Let's get into some Twitter stuff. All right, let's get into some Twitter stuff. There was a lot this week. There was a lot this week. Now, we're going to start from the bottom, as we always do, and work our way up. Let's see. We did that. I did that last week. Yeah, I think I started. Yes, the Stacy clip. Shout out to Nas Escobar 316.
Jobs.
Oh, screw you. I hate when it does that. Here we go.
Jobs, justice, peace. This is a theme that we've been hearing today over and over again. This is a theme that came out in 1963.
Folk, why it look like somebody put one of them, what, y'all remember back in the corner store where we could buy those fart bags for like a few cents? Those those stink bombs. Why does it look like somebody detonated one underneath her podium? Why does her face look like this?
When A. Phil Randolph, a trade unionist, came forth to call for a march on Washington, asking for an end to Jim Crow laws, equal access to public education, and civil rights legislation that would change the face of a nation. Today we come before you, walking on the road to jobs, the road to peace, the road to justice, paved with the blood, the sweat, the tears of labor movement people from around the nation. And today, I come to you as a young person, as a young woman, as a young black woman, to ask you to use us, use the young people of the United States of America to pave a road that will last forever, pave a road that will let us become the foot soldiers, let us not have to do this again for our children. We ask you to let us come forth with you, not behind you, not in front of you, but together on that, to pave a road that will last forever, pave a road that will let us. I come to you as a young person, as a young woman, as a young black woman.
First off, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm Roland Martin. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a Christian. What is she talking about? What is she? Where is she from? Oh, you didn't know, Nikki? She from Ohio. I told y'all about y'all, you motherfuckers up in Ohio, man. There's something wrong with them, boy. Yeah, you can tell Black Alpha I said that. There is something wrong with people from Ohio. Ohio is a different breed. I will say this. Shout out to Ohio. You can't pave a road. And who is black? Maybe it's her own funk she smelled. Well, listen. Maybe she's still smelling the burning flag fragments from when she burned that Georgia flag. Maybe it's still on her hair or her clothes. But this was the same woman who just said, where's the line? The sweat, the tears of labor movement. Interesting line that Stacy would say that because, yeah, Stacy, I have a question, Stacy. I think I saved it. I believe I did. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot to go through today. I think I saved it, though. No, it's not there. Where is it? I think I saved it. I hope I did. I probably didn't, though. I thought I did. No, I don't think I did. I thought I did. Okay, so we'll just do this. Stacy was up on stage somewhere. It says something that I think would be quite beneficial for y'all to hear. This is what she said.
For those who are coming and those who are here. But what we can do at the state level is address the immigration challenges we have. My first belief is that if you finished in our high schools, you should be able to attend any college to which you are qualified to attend, no matter what your documentation status.
Ooh, keep telling us more.
If you are a college student and you graduated from a Georgia high school, you should qualify for the Hope Scholarship. You should qualify to apply to UGA and Georgia Tech and Georgia College. You should be able to go to any school you want. If you want to come to Valdosta, that should be your choice. And I encourage you to make that choice. But right now, you don't have the choice. Because in Georgia, if you are undocumented, you are denied full access. That does not make sense. We are growing the next generation of leaders, and I believe we should be investing. And it doesn't take away from anyone for immigrant students to be able to attend our schools, to pay in-state tuition. That's the next piece. You should be able to pay, if you finished high school here, you live in this state, you should be able to pay in-state tuition. It is an artificial impediment to require immigrant students who are undocumented to pay out-of-state tuition when they graduated from Georgia high school.
So if y'all didn't really hear what she was saying, she was talking down in Valdosta, which is in southern Georgia. She was talking about how illegal immigrants should be able to enjoy in-state benefits like college and apply for scholarships. Yes, folks, she said this. But y'all still want to come up here and tell me that she for black folks? This is what y'all want to tell me, right? This is what y'all want to tell me. She's still for black folks. Y'all can go somewhere with your life. Go ahead and tell me again, she's with black folks. But let's continue. Let's laugh at white people. You want to laugh at white people? Let's laugh at white people. That thing does not look safe.
Alex.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Mommy, stop laughing.
Lex, how did you do that?
Because you didn't teach her how to go down a slide, dum-dum. That's why she did that. You didn't tell her about the correct balance, you dumbass. We'll leave it to white people. Another Jamaican I have to go after. Here we go. Sheila Jackson Coon. Before I talk about Sheila Jackson Coon, Stacey Abrams, along with Mr. Holness and the whole of them, you get this. Nikki to God, you have not seen this. Paul Grant, you have not seen this. JD Informer has not seen this. You have this. Triple coon. Yes. We have now the triple coon. Angie. That's right. We got the triple coon. Because Sheila Jackson Lee is a triple coon. She went all the way to Pakistan, that's how Obama says it, to bring them clean water and to address human crises. So our delegation brought hope that the United States will be an effective and consistent partner in helping Pakistan work through this human crisis. How frightening. Humanity is under attack. You are 2 states away from an area that does not have drinkable water, potable water. You can kiss my ass with this. With whole villages underwater, 33 million Pakistanis are affected and almost 70,000 women are expected to give birth, potentially without medical care. Guess what? There's a lot of black women in this country that are under the same thing, but I don't see you going out there doing anything for them except push Planned Parenthood. But let me continue. What else did you say, you idiot? I was joined by Congressman Tom Suozzi of New York, of course, as we were briefed by the military rescuers. We saw people still racing to helicopters to be rescued as well as met and listened to the men, women, and children who experienced the raging deadly waters. New Orleans, anybody? I'm sure you weren't given this much sentiment when Katrina happened. Now, did you? Interesting. As far as the eye can see, I see water. We were the first U.S. delegation to visit the most devastating, deadly flooding in Pakistani history. A flood of historic proportion, really a monster of a disaster. Yet there's bad water in West Baltimore, but you didn't go over there. By the way, which is an hour away from D.C. Hour and a half. Interesting. Houston just came out and said that they found E. coli in their water. That's your district, ma'am. I don't see you going over there and addressing it. You and the Congressional Black Caucus are more worried about Kamala's cousins than you worrying about your own black people. Oh, I get it. You're waiting for more white people to show off their bad water before y'all move. Then I got idiots on here telling me, oh, Biden gave them money, but the GOP is hiding it. Really? So we're going to blame the GOP on this when water is a city problem. So instead of Biden flexing his decrepit dementia muscles, he's not, and telling them in Jackson to fix the water, y'all are just going to sit there and blame the GOP. Huh. Interesting. This is how y'all roll. Got it. Okay. New York City is a Democrat city, and every other week there's a water main break. I'm guessing y'all gonna blame Giuliani for that, right? Chicago has a crime problem with the shootings that they love to perpetuate is coming out of the South and West Side. But we're not even going to talk about that. Let's talk about the corruption. Who has been running Chicago for the last 70 years? Because last I remember, they haven't had a Republican mayor in 7 decades. I could be wrong. So who exactly is running Chicago into the ground? Y'all love to blame the GOP when the shit when the shit gets highlighted. Nah, it's Russia. Let them tell it. Thinking Space at 2.3 billion to Ukraine. It's actually 2.8. And again, I had some white troll try to tell me, oh, just because they're sending Javelin missiles over there, that's not doing anything. That's not equivalent to fixing a water problem. Hey, dumbass, how do you think they paid for those missiles? They didn't go into their secret bank accounts and pay for those missiles. They took it out of your taxpayer dollars. Since you don't know how the government works, we pay for our own defense. But all right. Paul Grant is correct. Chicago is a new version of the N-word coming from PC people. Oh, yes. Chicago FBA is at 30%, not a majority. Thank you. But the white supremacists love telling you that it's black folks making Chicago look bad, but won't address the corruption there. Screw them. And screw Sheila Jackson Lee. She can go straight to hell along with the Queen. Because I'm sure as a Jamaican, you know what? Let's just see if she said something about the Queen. Okay, you did a NASA event. All right. Oh, you had Command Me there. Of course you did. Yep, there it is. September 9th, yesterday. One really gets to know the character of Queen Elizabeth when the last stop of her 1991 tour of the United States was the Houston Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, founded by slaves. I had the privilege as a Houston City Council member to join her during that visit. You motherfucker, you coon. Her graciousness and warmth was evident during the gospel singing and church ceremony. May she rest in peace. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful. Triple coon.
beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Andrew. I hate her. I really hate her. I really hate her. Oh, you know, not surprised at all. She'll be the one who drapes her body over the casket. Oh, yeah. Well, no, because they're not going to let her get that close because remember, she's black. I'm sure Sheila Jackson Lee is probably talking to try to get herself on that plane of delegates that are going to go over from the U.S. And I guarantee you, if she does go, she's going to have her Jamaican flag on. That's when she's going to claim Jamaica. Watch what I tell you. But let's keep moving.
Boys, they don't know what they're doing. Go on, quick, help them. Go on over and help them.
That's why our parents told us for years, do not stand so close to the TV. White people are so mean to their kids. I love science. That's how reparations should look once the queen died. Every country that she colonized and her family colonized, that's when you hear reparations. Every country should be like this. But no, they're sitting there talking about, I don't want it and I love her. Assholes. I did a video on this chick talking about Serena look like a man. Yeah, here we go. All right, boy. Yeah, I think a gang member exposed that on IG Live. Oh, Lord. There you go. Bet if that was one of us, that wouldn't have happened. Let's continue.
And this is how Dede acted.
Now, the ride got stuck at Six Flags, and this white man flipped the hell out.
Help! Help! I'm about to get the fuck off this bitch! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Hey! God damn it! Hurry the fuck up! Hurry up! Hurry up! I'm about to have a heart attack!
Dude, you just stuck on a ride.
Hey, bro. No.
No movement, G. I'm getting out! Stop it! No! I am stuck! I am stuck!
Look at him. He got out of the ride. He's going to walk down. White people. Shout out to Trill, Texas FBA forever. So this white guy who looks like a low-budget Reed Richards mixed with Dustin Diamond did a trans joke, and people are saying it was genuinely funny. But when Dave Chappelle did his trans jokes, they wanted his career and his lifetime earnings. Say less. Ladies, stop dealing with simps.
This is funny or what?
or not, but my neighbors over here are getting a divorce. She told him last night that he told her last night that she could have the house and everything in it. Well, this morning he goes and rents some heavy equipment, and him and his best friend has been over here today while she's been at work, and she hasn't got home yet. She has.
Yeah, that idiot destroyed the house that his wife won in the divorce. White people are a special kind of a-hole. But let's continue. Here we go. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this clip, but with what's going on with Tiffany Haddish nowadays, yes, thinking space. That's what it's about. They have a very toxic media. They like labeling our men terrorists in their own land because they are targeting our community. Grand evening, V. Maltzby. Grand evening. Well, folks, like I said, with what's going on with Tiffany Haddish right now, this clip resurfaced. The time where she hosted Ellen and had Marlon on. I think he was promoting Bel Air, I think. Or maybe, I don't remember. It might have been Bel Air. But yeah, she asked a question that I don't think she was prepared for the answer. But here we go.
I have auditioned for so many of your movies with your friends, your family. Why do I never get cast?
Here's the thing.
You even made a role. Said Tiffany Haddish type. I auditioned for myself. I auditioned to play me.
You wasn't right for the part.
I wasn't right for the part.
No, here's what happened. Here's what happens. Like, you was always, me and my family always say you're funny. You know, as producers, you know, you hire people and you cast people. You were always funny, but you was just you was always on 10. Like, and you was just, sometimes you just be like inappropriate. It's like a love scene and you want to sit on the actor's lap and fart. And it's like, no, Tiffany, it's not for this scene. So it was just, maturation hit you. It's like, for me, even, you know, right now, I feel like I'm ready for, I've been preparing 30 years for what's happening to me now. And it all happens to you at a certain time where maturity and that stardom hits you. Like, never nothing personal. We love you. Always thought you was funny. And, you know, me and my family,
So he basically told her that she has it, but she's not manifesting it correctly. That's what that was the nice way of him saying it. But yes, just like Flournoy said, she ain't funny and she ain't talented. She only got hot because she was in Girls Trip and she was the extra chick. And we all know the extra chick gets the most attention. The person doing the most. Super bad. McLovin got the bulk of the attention because he was being extra. But then when you look at her other work, you don't understand how they're pushing her until you see her connections. And now that she's in this controversy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Whoever been following this, has Kevin Hart come out and said something? Has he come out and defended her once? I just want to know, because I haven't seen Kevin defend her. The duplicitous one.
Which is important. We have created nearly 10,000 million jobs since President Biden took office.
Ooh, 10,000 million jobs. Nice. 10,000 million jobs. You're the greatest.
We have created nearly 10,000 million jobs since President Biden took office, which is the fastest job growth in history. So you're asking me, where's the success? Here it is. Wait, let me finish. Wait.
10,000 million. So you created 10 billion jobs. Let's see. Have you seen the video of white supremacists training and comment how much they look stupid and I see grade school girls punches better? Yep, I have seen it. I'm actually trying to look for that video with the I wanted to play it here, but they had guns in it to show the training of the IRS agents is so bad. Like even in a simulated combat mission where they understand what's going to happen, they look frightened. And these are the people they want to put on the street to go harass the middle class for back taxes. You owe the government $1,000. They're coming in with the Glocks. PD Chicago B1. So, kid, welcome back. Thank you. Let's continue. Get some. Yes, sir. Get some. Get some.
Hey, boy.
Yes, sir. Let's see if the Oman. So they only said the Oman. Look on him. Look at his face. He wants all this. He about to sniff her weave. Look at him. Jimbo Jangles. What did you say, Jimbo Jangles? Fair use.
To be made great again. Our challenge in this country is making.
I still say Marcel
This
beat
is a
you.
great country. This is a great country. I've been saying this for a long time. It doesn't need to be made great again. Our challenge in this country is making that greatness accessible and affordable for all of our people.
I think your 6th district would like a word with you, sir.
If it's going to be housing, health care, education, whatever it is, we need to make sure that it is accessible and affordable for and by all of the American people. And that's what Joe Biden has been all about. And that's why you see him moving up in the polls, because people have now.
What polls is he moving up, sir? They don't even publish his approval numbers anymore. What are you talking about? Why are you lying? But you are Jimbo. You are Jimbo the Biscuit Man.
Now gotten a good understanding of what his program is all about. You can go right down through these 6, I think it was 5 or 6 major pieces of legislation: reducing inflation, creating jobs, bringing good-paying jobs back to America, ensuring safe neighborhoods and good schools for our children. You look at all of this legislation that we've passed, and it all adds up to that. And that's what the president wants us to do. Keep working. Yes, have debate, have disagreements, but keep working together to find that common.
You duplicitous bastard. I can't play that because that's music. This was funny. So I did a video months ago about this killing Nicole chick after she went after Cam Newton for saying how his mom and dad are still together and she cooks and cleans for him. And she said that this man was a misogynist. And now her white man got rid of her and she can't handle it. Because he even took the dog. He took the dogs. Afro Elite. Hello, brother. Hello. Killing Nicole, you don't make triple coon yet. You don't make triple coon yet. You're still one of these.
Sorry, double coon.
You're a double coon, man, because number one, you made it seem like you got this white man, and this white man was going to save everything in your life, make your life better, even though that man for 5 years did not put the ring on you. And the second reason why you're a double coon is you went in on a black man who has seen evidence of a healthy black relationship and you took that as fodder to go on an a TikTok video and go in on him. Who is winning right now? Man.
Dancing.
Who's winning? But it's funny that going back to Jimbo Clyburn, he said something about legislation with Biden. I'm going to show y'all something before we leave today that should scare you. Because Beatzilla and I predicted this way back in April. Crime Bill 2.0 has officially landed, folks. Yes, it has. It has officially landed. But you wouldn't even know it unless you did the research. But okay. Now, Brother Tariq put this up on Monday. Residents want to consider boiling any water used from faucets. DPW will be in the area distributing water as needed today, Monday, September 5th, and will provide frequent updates. This is from Baltimore. They're having Jackson, Mississippi problems. But Sheila Jackson Lee is over there worrying about Pakistan's water problems. Interesting. Y'all like
pull up my sleeves.
He only registered one. He had a 1.
You're done at it. You're done.
And his man sat up there and recorded it. You only registered a 1, sir. A 1. How do you only register a 1 on a punching machine? Shout out to you. Here we go.
The attack
now,
on the demand.
Quick backstory. This zesty Negro decided to do a whole speech on why Black folks should not get reparations. It says the grassroots reparation movement, we are a bunch of idiots. He said this.
I want to talk about the attack on the demand for reparations coming from a segment of the left. Some of those cats look like me. In the name of defeating race reductionism. Now, reparations is regarded in this discourse as a hustle. Okay, now, let me be fair. It is becoming a hustle. Let's be clear about that.
Keep going.
In some circles, in the hands of the black bourgeoisie, it is, and its allies, reparations is becoming the latest hustle. Let me explain what I mean by that, and let me explain what I tried to do. Namely, in its popular liberal expression in the US, reparations, the way it's being kind of mapped out, does not change the terms of racial capitalism at all, nor does it acknowledge land theft and native dispossession as part of the same process of settler colonial extraction that depended on the theft of human beings. The logic of liberal reparations is firmly rooted in property rights, right? It's rooted in documentation. If you don't have a subscription to Ancestry.com, don't even bring your papers up there, right? Don't use someone else's subscription. And it's rooted in compensation without transformation. That is, without addressing indigenous dispossession, for example. Proposals in this framework tend to think about or frame reparations entirely within a capitalist political economy. So payments are calculated according to capitalist principles. Outcomes are even seen as strengthening capitalism, making it more fair and less racist, so that we can actually continue with the non-racial capitalism. That's part of the argument, which is hilarious when you think about it. Creating an even playing field so we can compete together. And the case for reparations has become increasingly parochial, driven by the demands of the ADOS people, the American descendants of slavery. For example, there's this book by Bill Darity and Kirsten Mullen, who Bill Darity's a...
I thought his name was Sandy Darity. Okay, so let's unpack that, folks. So he's calling the movement for grassroots reparations, the reparations grassroots movement, a hustle. So number one, this is shots at people that have been vocal about reparations, but he dare not say their name. How is it a hustle that FBA freedmen and descendants of American chattel slavery want what's owed to them? Mom, I will call you back. I will call you back later. How is that a hustle? Because guess what? I see many a Jewish person sit up here and say they don't want any more payments for the Holocaust, but they're still getting it. So who's hustling who? They could easily tell the US government stop paying us for the Holocaust, but they don't. But you, with your Cooler Ranch self, sits up here and says that the reparations movement is a hustle. You're disrespecting people who have created legislation or at the very least an agenda to achieve reparations. And you also sat up there pocket watched and brought out that, oh, they might not. He's basically telling y'all don't know what to do with this money if you get it. That's what he's really saying. Don't pay them because it's just going to be wasted money in legislation. Nothing's going to change. That's what he's saying. Sir, that's like if you had sex with a man and he didn't pay you. You would not have this attitude. If you made this entire speech, sir, I won't even go to sexuality. If you made this entire speech and he didn't pay you, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't go home and say, okay, fine. You would be raising hell online that they didn't pay you. Jackass. Oh, and by the way, he sat up there and taking shots at capitalism when it was capitalism that basically built this country. But you want socialism because you think that everybody should be treated equally, which you all know ain't going to happen in this country. But that's okay. Some white guy or white woman put a battery in your back, and now you feel compelled to say things like this. Okay, sir, you got it. This was funny. I don't know where they are. They must be at some race. Oh, I thought there was a war in Ukraine, folks. They look like they're just partying. Yeah, some war. But I'm sure they'll tell me this ain't nowhere near the war. All right, moving on. Here we go.
In Mississippi, I've talked to the mayor, I've talked to the congressman, and I've encouraged we've offered every single thing available. In Mississippi, the governor has to act. There's money to deal with this problem, and but I just we're waiting for. We've given them EPA. We're giving them everything there is to offer.
Right.
I have no plans to go there right now.
Of course you don't, because you have to go to England to go lionize the Queen. Excuse me. You have to go over to UK, sir. Jackson, Mississippi is beneath you. You at least that coon Eric Adams went to a project house to make sure that the drinking water is safe. But you won't go to Jackson, Mississippi to go check if the water's safe. Why? Because you're 80 years old and you might get a stomach virus? Send your wife. Send Lloyd Austin. Send him. Florida, if anybody's in Florida, y'all got to explain this to me. How does a man do things to 4 children and then do something to a bird? Florida, y'all are a special kind of American. Thinking space is going in. Tell them how you feel. Yes, sir. This is the administration. Let's move on.
Black person!
Uh-huh.
You treat me like a black person! Gonna get sprayed!
Oh, so when the cops whoop your butt, now you're getting treated like a black person. Got it. Did not know this. But you probably laughed when George Floyd died. Sure you did. This was grimy. White people are grimy. I think this is a skit. Cause there ain't no way. How does your thing just does not fall off your neck like that? Now this man was at the airport picking up his bags and the headphones falls and this lady just picks it up. I think it's a skit. Well, let's continue. Let's do this. I can't play that. It has music. Okay, move on. Somebody said I was curious on the numbers. It's actually worse upon digging. The idea that banning abortion supports white supremacy makes no sense. You want less black people than market abortion to them, and they kill their own population growth. Blacks are only 37% of Mississippi's population. Now, this is a table of abortion and health coverage access for families and children. And it says Mississippi is number 1 with 20% of white people getting abortions, 74% of black people getting abortions. My state, Georgia, is number 2 with 21 and 65 respectively. We have Alabama, DC, Michigan, Tennessee, North Carolina, Arkansas, Virginia, and Delaware rounded out the top 10. So, yeah. I don't understand this video. Y'all have to help me.
Explain again.
This black chick is dressed up like a dog.
I make a video like this every few months, but I thought I would explain again who I am and what I am doing. I am a Therian. I believe that my soul is an animal soul. I know and I have a fundamental understanding that I am overall human. I just enjoy connecting to my animal identity. I experienced something called species dysphoria. Keep in mind, dysphoria is not trans.
No, keep going. I want to hear what you're talking about.
But I thought I would. My soul is an animal soul. I know and I have a fundamental understanding that I am overall human. I just enjoy connecting to my animal identity. I experienced something called species dysphoria. Keep in mind, dysphoria is not trans-exclusive, nor is Therianthropy, or being a Therian, a gender identity. It is a psychological / spiritual identity that affects my life and my day-to-day immensely. The dysphoria causes me to feel I'm in the wrong body, which is why I always wear this mask in my ears, as well as do other things to alleviate the stress that I feel. I make these videos for other Therians to know it's okay to express themselves, and I try to normalize this harmless identity. It's not the same as being a furry. Hope this clears some things up.
Right. Okay. Shout out to Melanated Mind, Lana Love Hall for that. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Okay. If y'all want to lionize the queen, there you go. Put that on a t-shirt. I can't play that. I got flagged on my other video for that. If y'all got dogs, y'all will enjoy this. Well, that was cool. The dog escaped. Thinking Space says, so she's upset she doesn't look like the animal she knows she's not. This is some hypnosis. This is what being in your phone all day breeds. You know, at times, people, you need to go outside and breathe some oxygen. Decompose your brain a little bit. Here was another coon who said, we don't have to send flowers to Buckingham Palace, but we can be silent. It's basic human dignity. These mean-spirited comments are unworthy. A family has lost its matriarch, a country its monarch. It is beyond us to pause our differences and allowing them to mourn in peace. No! Okay? Because, Sir Tyrone Reed with a blue check, let's explain something. Let's talk. Sir, when Trump kicks the bucket, y'all will be all over this. Y'all will be all over that man. We know this. Okay? Y'all have y'all posts ready to kill this man and give him a roasting. We know this. Just because she was on the left does not mean she is without criticism. Okay? Just like when Brother Denzel kicks the bucket, unfortunately, and he goes up with the ancestors, people are going to bring up what he's done negative in his life. Like with Mississippi Masala and the fact that he did the movie with Eva Mendes. We know this. Okay? Whitney died. They still bring up her drug habit. Michael's been dead for 13 years. They're still trying to make a case on this man, even in death. When Bobby kicks the bucket, all they'll bring up is his drug problems and his daughter dying. Okay? When Stephen Collins, who used to be on Seventh Heaven, kicks the bucket, you think the media is going to mention his molestation case? You think they're going to do that? No, they're not. They're going to show clips from Seventh Heaven and what you call it, statements from his co-stars. They're just going to skip over that. When Bill Cosby goes up with the ancestors, they're just going to bring up nothing but the case, not him creating one of the greatest TV shows ever and a great spinoff. None of that. It's all going to be about the case and how he did dirt, allegedly over 53 years. That's what they're going to bring up. So I don't want to hear statements that we should be quiet because the queen died. No. Everyone is not infallible, sir. Your dirt is going to come out one way or another. Let's just call it what it is, sir. You're scared because the British Empire is finally going to fall, and y'all can't handle that because you've never prepared for something like this. Let's call it what it is. Y'all sat up here for years looking at the British monarchy like, that is awesome. We have a natural government and we have a kingdom-based government, and it works so well. We actually have a queen to look up to. Now that she's gone, y'all don't know how to handle it. Because that's all you know. That's all you paid attention to. We'll go a little further, sir. You're one of these coons that love white women so much that this hurts your heart. You were probably the same Negro who I bet you if I look through your timeline, you had something on Betty White. And Flournoy said it best. You know it's how they try to damn a black man's legacy. Kobe died, ladies and gentlemen. Kobe been dead about 2.5 years. Did they throw out love and adulation at the beginning when it was confirmed he was dead? What did the news do, folks? Huh? Mr. Tyrone Reed? Because you were on this planet when it happened. What did the news do when Kobe died? Yes, they showed highlights of him playing basketball, but what else did they show, sir? That's right. They showed his 2003 case with the R word in Colorado. They brought that up. The man just died. His daughter died with him, with 5 other people. And instead of lionizing that man the way he should have, because he's done way more positives than he has negatives, they decided to harp on the one negative. Jay the Informant's right. Sent that witch Gail King after him. But you want us to be quiet when the queen died. Let me guess. So let's say we were quiet. We would be allowed to do it on the day that the funeral procession shuts down London. Can we say something then? Or wait till she's in the ground? Because maybe you don't know. We've been saying these things for years. You didn't have a problem with it then. I'm pretty sure when people were shitting on the queen, you didn't say a word. Now that she's dead, now we're supposed to respect the dead. Y'all don't respect nobody. Look how y'all do MLK. Now, granted, I don't agree with everything he's done, but I still wouldn't sit up there and shit on him. I dare not shit on El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Even if I found something for me to shit on him about, I still wouldn't even say anything because his positives outweigh his negatives. The queen's problem is her negatives do not outweigh her positives. That's why people are shitting on her. But again, you're a black man. That statement was for black people because you dare not go to Irish Twitter with that. You dare not show up on the anti-Queen Elizabeth Twitter with that. She over there calling ambassadors gorillas. Why didn't you say something about that? Or her people going into restaurants in New York telling a group of black people enjoying a meal they should go back to their colonies. Didn't say a word about that, now did you? But now that a white woman died, now you want a cape. Got it. Paul Grant said, I heard about a woman who married a white man. She complained about her husband using the N-word when they were having sex. That's funny. Don't complain about it. You married into that. You knew what he was. He didn't just start saying the N-word now that he's with you. So you knew what time it was. So you figure that out. I read that. I showed y'all that. Here we go. Look at Jackson's water, folks. Look at this water. That's coffee. Now, this is a white woman's Twitter, so you already know a few more of these and they'll go do something. Either that or she must live on the black side of town. Shit. Let's see. Here we go. We showed the dog. Here we go. Look at this pimp.
95. That costs. I'm 95 years old.
You're 95 years old. You look good for 95.
That costs. I don't run behind big asses and titties.
Damn you. He was about to drop some knowledge. Damn you. Where's my pimp? I can't wait till they get to that Jubilee clip. I can't wait. I'm gonna go in. Here it is. Oh, you mother. Oh, we're gonna get to you soon. Don't worry.
95 years old. You look good for 95.
That costs. I don't run behind big asses and titties. That'll kill you. Y'all young men, y'all be screwing all these hoes out here. That's why y'all come up with arthritis and rheumatism. Your eyesight go bad. Your hair starts coming out. When you overfuck yourself, you bring arthritis on yourself. Every time you drop that seed in her, your bone marrow and all that stuff from your head to your toe goes inside of her. And when you have intercourse with your girlfriend, who always fall asleep first? The man.
Yeah, I fall
asleep. And when you wake up, she done stole your wallet, stole your car keys, she gone about her business.
Yeah, I gotta get that shit back.
Well, you better kill her then.
Hey, I don't endorse
Stay
that.
away from McDonald's and Burger King. Don't drink sodas.
No soda, no pussy, no McDonald's.
Yes. The biggest, you can eat, but stay away from that pussy. If you ain't gonna marry that woman, don't stick your dick up in her. You don't know what disease she got.
And there it is. All right, what y'all feel about the pin what he said? And Flournoy said, what smoke has Weinstein got? He living in Hollywood. If it could happen. Getting skills limited. So. Well, he in Fed prison, so I don't know. And I don't care enough about that man to go look up what he doing day to day. I'm just waiting for him to kick the bucket so they could go kiss his ass. So I could have content for the channel. When Queen Elizabeth pulls up to the pearly gates, yup. This code. She won't have a job by Monday. No music. She over there dancing. Yeah, she won't have a job by Monday, I predict. Because apparently everybody been calling her job from around the world. I alluded to this on the show earlier that King Charles signals his reign will offer change of tone. Right. I'll believe it when I see it. Hey, they kind of got suspended. Damn. They must have just suspended it today. All right. I can't play that. That's violence. Here we go. Karen.
Do you some good, go do some other shopping, and maybe by the time you get back here, you'll have plenty of room. Back up. I need security.
We're just standing here. We're trying to get through the aisle. She won't let us through.
I'm not. There's a 6-foot law, and they're trying to get within my 6-foot range, and I'm not going to let them do it till I'm done selecting what I want to select.
You can't let them buy?
No, I can't, because they get within my 6 foot when they go by. No, I can't. They can either back up or they can go do some other shopping and come back when I'm done.
Okay, I'll go get management. I'll be right back.
You ain't doing nothing but confronting me, all right? You're the aggressor.
I wouldn't
not
even.
me.
My patience
We
would
were
be
literally
at
just
a
trying
point.
to go
I'm trying to
down
get
the
out
aisle.
this store.
Like
I would have
said,
barked
there's
on you.
this
The whole store would have
football.
came.
You ain't literally trying to do nothing but make me sick and go to the hospital.
What?
I'm fully vaccinated, if that makes you feel better.
It's irrelevant because it mutated, honey. Don't act like you're stupid. You know exactly what you're doing. What? If you want everybody to stay away from you, that's fine. You're not allowed to have them.
Come on, I need the rest of this Karen, man. Come on, don't do that.
But it's irrelevant because the COVID. If they got some kind of COVID, that's stupid. You know exactly what you're doing. What? If you want everybody to stay away from you, that's fine. You're not allowed to have them. Okay? I didn't press. Yes, you did. Okay. I don't have freedom of speech around here. Sweetheart, it's called being polite. Okay? Yeah, they're going to kill me, and you think that's polite? They're not going to kill you. If they got some kind of COVID that's mutated. Sweetie, why aren't you wearing a mask if you're so worried? Because I'm vaccinated, but it's irrelevant because the COVID mutated. Right.
Bethany just don't care. Where's your
I just
mask?
want people to back up.
Well, sweetheart, don't cuss them and be polite and let them shop. Don't stand in the middle of the aisle. Get over it.
When I'm done selecting what I want to
You
select,
need
they
to
can
move over so our other customers can
because
get
this
by.
is not 6 feet.
You need to move over so our other customers can get
Oh,
by.
she moved her car. Here we
You want to go to
go.
jail today?
You want to come back, sweetheart? Come on.
You want to go to jail today? Excuse me. Go ahead. You want to go to jail today?
You tap me that cart one more time and you're going to jail. Okay?
You're the one that grabbed a hold of my cart.
I moved your cart like I asked you to move. Now will you please get out of the middle of the aisle?
You're fired.
No, I'm going.
You don't know who you're dealing with.
I'm going to get my boss right now.
You're fired.
Uh-oh, she said, I'm going to go get my boss right now. It'd just be funny if her boss was a black man. He probably cool anyway, but all right. But yeah, them Karens, boy. Yes. Slavic culture telling each other what to do. God, dog. Like I said, folks, it couldn't be me. Especially in the condition that I'm in now, and I'm just trying to get myself and get out, I might have barked on her. And that was me. The whole store would have came running. We already talked about D.L. Hughley at Coon. Shout out to Nwambi. This chick, the cake lady. African Americans being offended by Akata is really their intent to justify their anti-Africanisms. Oh, look, they call us Akata. They hate us. Okay, who was calling who booty scratcher before that? But the diaspora was told to get over it. It was just jokes. Well, get under Akata. Okay, man. Ma'am, Akata is not the same as African booty scratcher. We called everybody an African booty scratcher. Even if we found out you were from the Caribbean, you still got called an African booty scratcher. We called FBA African booty scratchers. African booty scratcher is a term for black folks. That's what we used when we were in, what was that place called? Grade school, middle school, over in the 90s. Y'all are still offended by that word, bringing it up 30 years later. We've moved way past African booty scratcher. But y'all still want to come out here and call Black Americans Akata. We have documented proof of what Akata means, but this lady's been sitting online all day trying to rewrite history. I left her a comment. I said, get over it. They called me fake Jamaican, just like other Jamaicans. Guess what I did? I roasted them back. We got it handled, and they became friends. Y'all weak-skinned Africans over there giving the entire continent a bad stigma. We've been saying this for decades, and y'all are still butthurt over this. Y'all need to get over it. Okay? Then she tried to lie later and say that other countries in Africa say Akata. Guess what? I know many Africans that are not Nigerian. They don't use that word. Except to tell us when it's Nigerians saying it. I don't know any Eritreans or Kenyans or Somalis that use the word Akata. Every time I saw Akata on Clubhouse, it was in a Nigerian room. See, here she go with that lie. And Akata is used amongst Africans to themselves, while the people who would say African booty scratcher as a joke grew up to be on Twitter posting as if all of Africa is a poor, self-defecating wasteland. The anti-Africanism started from young and continues to this day. Ma'am, you say how you lie again? When they show for self-deprecating wasteland, they mostly show Nigeria because y'all do the most and put it on film. Let's tell the truth here. Ma'am. I think I left her a comment on here too. Yes. Still lying. I said, I know Kenyans, Ghanaians, Moroccans, Eritreans, Somalis, and someone from South Africa. They never use Akata unless to tell people they hear from Nigerians. Don't rewrite history. And it said, Akata is such a slur Nigerians use it as a last name. Right. But again, that's them trying to rewrite history because they've been exposed. Here we go. This Jubilee clip. Y'all got to hear this. Now, the question is, do we need reparations for the black community?
We need
So you have white people on the left, mixed people in the middle, and black people on the right. How do you think this went? Let's find out.
reparations for the black community.
I don't think people need like individualized like paychecks. Like I don't think that's gonna like work. But I think pouring.
So a biracial woman says they don't need individual checks. Okay.
Funds into communities who could really use it, building jobs there, more education there, like more opportunities would do so much. Like that's how I see it should be.
You've got to be either in high school or college. How the hell do you not have access to books? Are you insane? Ma'am, community programs and investing in communities have not worked. Okay? These politicians don't invest in our communities. Because once they invest in our communities and we flip that money over and really progress, they have no power. But of course, y'all letting the biracial people talk for black folks. Here's another one.
Anytime that black communities in the U.S. try to, pull themselves up by the bootstraps, they were attacked. Like, I think it was in Tulsa, they bombed the city. Black Wall Street, it was completely destroyed. So again, something needs to be done.
When the Civil War ended, there was a representative from Ohio, I can't remember his name, but he was a radical Republican and advocated for the phrase 40 acres and a mule for every emancipated slave. So there was supposed to be reparations, and there never was. And I think especially as a Jewish person, I mean, Jews received reparations for the Holocaust and are still...
Oh, hell no. God damn it. Sorry, folks. Hate when Twitter does this.
Receiving them. And in my mind, there's no amount of money that will ever undo the wrong of the Holocaust. So that you could, all the money in the world will never make it right. But I think the idea and principle of reparations is good. Logistically, I don't know how it would happen.
They've already told you how it happened. You pay off. It's a check. Pay it off. Janie Informer is right. Opportunity zones go to white companies. Yes, white companies get the money and then they dole it out to the community instead of the government just giving it directly to the community. I don't understand this. Let's continue.
I just wanted to say the reason I stayed back was because I wasn't entirely sure what was meant by reparations.
White woman.
But your example of the Holocaust, I would say that I agree.
Similar reason, when I think of reparations, I think of something similar to a stimulus check. My worry is with the lack of financial literacy, will we actually make strides? That's my...
If after what I say causes you to leave the video and the chat, I apologize, but I have to say this. These are the type of Black people I despise. Y'all are sitting there talking about financial literacy to get away from the conversation that Black people should not be getting reparations if they're a descendant of chattel slavery, because you feel as though with your stush self, to use a Jamaican phrase, that they don't know how to spend that money. Y'all are the worst type of coons, because y'all walk around looking like us and listening to what we're saying, but then as soon as Brother Jason Black says, white people put a camera in front of your face and ask you the question, your true feelings come out. Who gave you the authority to pocket watch Black folks on what they do with their reparations check? If you're not a descendant of American chattel slavery, you should not care what a descendant of American chattel slavery does with the money they receive from the government. Let's ask the question. You'd probably be the same one that would go up to somebody on welfare and ask them what they're doing with the money, right? You just have that face. You have got to be the child of an immigrant to have that thought process. I don't care what somebody does with their reparations check. Just like I wouldn't want someone to care if my family ever gets one from the countries I mentioned in regards to Jamaica. I don't want them to come ask me what I'm going to do with my cut. That's my money. Y'all don't have enough balls to go ask the government what they do with your taxpayer dollars, but y'all want to come up here and act like y'all know what's the best interest of Black folks with their checks. That's not your place. That's, again, very bad habit we have in the Black communities, pocket watching each other. Go up to your politicians, your white politicians, ask them what they do with their money. Y'all be the same one shocked when you find out one of them is in one of these scandals. Y'all be the first one shocked. No, I tell a lie. Y'all be the first one to feign outrage. But you're sitting here with this bullshit smile on your face, like, oh, unless there's financial literacy, I don't think they should get this check. You get a paycheck every day. Your boss don't tell you how to spend it. This is a blood debt owed. Okay? It's nobody's place to know where their money's going except them.
Strides. So I would love the idea of investing money into programs.
No, ma'am, because we pay taxes for our tax dollars to be invested in programs, and they're sent out to other districts. They're sent out everywhere else. They're sent out to illegals, while the hood is not making any strides forward until they gentrify the hell out of it. That's where our tax dollars go. Crown Heights in Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy should be thriving Black areas, but they gentrified the hell out of it because they never wanted to invest in it in the first place. They saw cheap real estate, they bought it for a song, jacked it up over 600%, and then brought white folk in. But you want to talk about programs. here's the problem why y'all keep talking about programs. You want the government to run your life. When black people get their reparations, they're out of the government. They take care of themselves. They do what they need to do to survive out here. And that kills y'all because that would put a certain segment of black people in a position of power that you would never be able to attain. And that scares you. Because this word that y'all want to run around, delineation, it would actually become a reality. Because there would be an economic base behind it. So you trying to sound like this white man sitting next to you who probably told you to say this. Or he wanted to see more accurately how much you're brainwashed. And you said something asinine that made no sense whatsoever. And you sound like a white supremacist.
Underserved community, something like that. But I do have a fear that even if we did have the money, without that generational knowledge of how to take care of our finances, that it would just deplete and defeat the purpose.
Again, this is why I say she sounds like she's foreign. Because only a foreign person would think that there's black people over here that haven't taught their generations after them about how to make it out here. Newsflash, miss, there's been plenty of black families before you were born that got it. They own their own land, they own their own homes, their own businesses. Hell, some of them even own their own towns and left the blueprint for their families. But the government sought to suppress that. So the next generations would have to rely on the government. That's why they created the welfare program and marketed it to black folks because they didn't want black old money to have that connection to the ancestors on them plantations. So they sought to take away their land, take away their resources. You're seeing it right now with the black farmers. Maybe you need to go do some research and try to stop looking like an FBA woman and be more like yourself. Because what you're saying right now, this sounds like college babble. You've been listening to too many feminists. Let's continue.
And if we did have the money, without that generational knowledge of how to take care of our finances, that it would just deplete and defeat the purpose.
But even if that were to happen, though, I still think that that would still be the right step. You know, we'll give these people the funds or whatever.
These people, that is her white side talking. These people.
Give them our promise, and if they float or...
These people. Boy, our generation is lost. Thank you, M. Flournoy. Yeah, older generations. Why don't you teach your kids how to hunt and fish? I know how to do it. Nobody taught me. Well, someone taught me how to fish, but I know how to hunt. I know how to break down animals. My daughter will learn this. It's actually cheaper to get the whole joint and break it down yourself. Viola Davis got ran off of Twitter for saying this. She said Her Majesty dedicated her life to service to her country and Commonwealth with grace, and with grace she has started her next journey. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. Condolences to the royal family. She caught so much heat, ladies and gentlemen, she deleted this. And by the way, I still have no desire to go see her new movie, The Woman King, even though that martial artist that is in there, Shayna West, who I like, is in it. I have no desire to watch a movie about slavery again. I'm good on that. Let's continue. Y'all will like this.
Baby girl.
Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl.
Hi, baby girl.
Hey, mommy. Hey, mommy.
Hi, Ali.
I'm baby girl.
That's nice.
I already did it. It's done.
God damn it.
I need you to clean this. I already did it. It's done. You did do it, huh? Yeah. Well, take that trash out then. I did that too. You already did it. Yeah. Go cut that grass in the back. I did that earlier. It's finished. Over with. So you getting smart.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you the way this man talking to this man. Yo, my dad would have been on me already. Like, yo, who are you talking to like that? Even after the first question, he'd have been saying that. He'd have told me to get off the bed, number one, and stand up straight.
Right now. This what we doing? Not at all. Not at all, sir. Not at all. Yeah, let's see if you can keep it up. That refrigerator need to be cleaned out. Pronto. I did that yesterday. Yesterday.
You hear him?
Done. I don't like your tone, so I suggest you clear it up. What time?
That man said what time? Yo, he'd have been floating right now. I like her work, but I bet she's on the CAA list. That's the list that the males use to cycle the BS messenger. Probably. All right, let's continue. But what y'all think about that one right there? That boy was angling for a fist fight. Hosea Williams.
Those are the three that saw that body. Now listen to that. So I got in the yard and I was about to lose my cool because I was thinking if I could take some molecules out there and make me some guns and kill me some white folks. And one man said, now be cool. You're doing the same thing you promised me you'd never do. And I started crying. And then I heard Jesse Jackson say, he told me, Jesse, take our people onto the mountaintop. And that didn't bother me, even though I know Jesse got nowhere near him. And then Jesse said, I held his head in my hand while he died. And that didn't get to me. And then Jesse said, look at my shirt. And I looked around, sure enough, and Jesse Jackson's shirt was drenched in blood. And I realized the only way Jesse could have gotten that blood was stoop down on that floor at the Lorraine Motel and rake that blood off that floor and put that blood on him. And I went crazy. I really tried to kill Jesse. They grabbed us and all that, but that hurt me so bad. The other thing was, when Abernathy came back, says, no need of prayer, no need of cry, no need of nothing. He is going, it's over. He's going to glory. And we called the meeting, the staff meeting, and Jesse claimed to have been ill. And Abernathy told him, Jesse, go ahead to the room and relax. Jesse had to have run like hell that room into that airport because he got out of Memphis to Chicago. All us feeling everybody was still in the motel. Cut the televisions on the next morning. That was Jesse Jackson in Chicago with that same bloody shirt on, telling that same lie. I've never respected Jesse since that moment.
Damn. Woo! Woo! Hosea Williams, boy. Messy Jesse. This is what I was alluding to earlier. Kenyans are suing Britain for up to $200 billion in reparations for land theft and violent colonial abuses. Shout out to Sounds of Blackness for putting that up. Oh yes, y'all will like this. Oh! Yes, sir. Not everybody's cold. Do it again. Oh! Hey, Sanka, you dead? Yeah, I'm on. Y'all not Kobe. Y'all not doing this. Okay. Before we go, folks, remember how I iggy'd that Biden has just dropped Crime Bill 2.0? Well, this is what he said. We're inventing in America, and the CHIPS and Science Act means we include all of America. By supporting historically Black colleges and universities, tribal colleges, and minority-serving institutions, we'll tap into our greatest advantage, our diverse and talented workforce. Funny thing, because I even read this earlier too, but look what we found. Biden to propose spending $37 billion to fight crime, hire more police officers. Biden will ask Congress for the money to convince voters that Democrats are making efforts to fight crime and fund police ahead of the midterms. What did I tell y'all a couple months ago? That crime bill is going to come either by the midterms or a little bit after, because again, he has to get the white conservatives on his side if he's going to run again for president in 2024. He's got to have that crime bill in place. Whitehouse.gov. The American Rescue Plan provided more than $2.7 billion to historically Black colleges and universities, more than $190 million to tribal controlled colleges and universities, $11 billion to Hispanic serving institutions. So Hostas College up in the Bronx got a piece of this, but HBCUs only got $2.7 billion. It's like 100 of them. Interesting. More, approximately $5 billion to Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander serving institutions. Almost $1 billion to predominantly Black institutions. So either they siphoned off the money for HBCUs, or they're telling you that HBCUs aren't Black anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all will like this.
Y'all are going low. Can I get five? Got five.
Quick backstory. This woman was on talking to this white man. And this white man, I guess she decided to auction him off. And it was quite interesting.
500. We got 500. Can I get 550?
What are you selling?
Y'all are going low. Can I get 1,000? I got 1,000. I'm making some money tonight on your boy. Don't drink too much. Don't let them see it, because I already got 6,000. I got a 6,000, 10,000. Sold to Mobley Baby. All right.
Screw you.
All right, boy.
Do what?
I need you to get on the ship. I'm going to send over there to you.
I don't live nowhere. There's no
You
fucking ship.
listen, you going to get on that ship. Do you hear me, boy?
I ain't your
Girl,
bitch.
I'll send some people over there. You hear me?
Come on.
I'm going to send them over
Got
there, and I'm going to
reason
put you
for
on that
it,
ship. I'm going to put you on that ship, and I'm going to tell you something, boy. You ain't going to make an embarrassment out of me. I got 10 grand for you. You hear me?
that's fucking crazy.
You hear me, boy?
I ain't
I'm not going to be
selling
playing around with you. I got
I ain't selling
$10,000 for you. You got any wife or you got a spouse?
I ain't got none of that shit. I don't make a fuck. I ain't bidding. You ain't bidding shit on me.
I don't know what you're saying, boy, but that's all right. You ain't got to talk where I'm coming from. We gonna go ahead and get you. I want you to get yourself on that there ship, and I want you to come on out here over
I
yonder
want you to keep dreaming too.
and go over
Keep
yonder, and
dreaming.
I'm gonna have you picking some crops. You hear me, boy? Don't you sass back to me, boy. You know how to chop wood?
Ain't no business.
Yeah, I can't hear you, boy. You know how to chop wood? I said.
I know how to do a lot of damn things, but ain't many
I don't
good.
know what you're saying, but do you know how to chop wood? Yes or no? You know how to pick
What you
cotton?
mean?
There it is.
Well, of course.
You know how to pick cotton, boy?
There it
Hell
is.
yeah. Why wouldn't
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what the hell I'm talking about. You know how to pick some cotton, chop some wood. I'm gonna get you out there to work. I got $10,000 for you, so don't embarrass me. That's lifelong.
Oh, there's more, folk.
you? Hell yeah. Why wouldn't
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what the hell I'm talking about. You know how to pick some cotton, chop some wood. I'm gonna get you out there to work. I got $10,000 for you, so don't embarrass me. That's lifelong. But that's all right. I'm gonna make sure you go on to a good home. You hear me? You hear me, boy?
you? Look, you don't call me boy.
Listen, boy, don't you talk to your betters like this. I said I'm gonna send a ship on
How
to
old are
you,
you?
but you gonna
How old
learn
are
some.
you?
You gonna learn some goddamn respect for your betters. I'm not gonna listen to this shit no more. I say keep your mouth closed, and I hope you don't know how to read. 'Cause that shit right there I don't take too lightly. Teaching
Yeah,
your
that's
kind
racist.
how to read. Hold
That's
up.
racist.
Hey, 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 boy.
That's racist.
Hey,
Shouldn't
boy.
do that.
Hey, boy, you're goddamn right it's racist. I'm no abolitionist. I believe keep you all in your place, and that's what we got to do. All right. Now I see you
You ain't
living the
keep
high
me,
life
man.
right now. Your shed. It seems like you getting real good taken care of. You even got you a calendar in the back. I don't know what for. Every day for you is the same. Working
Is why would
hard,
you think that?
working hard in them fields, boy. All right. And I got ten
Why would
thousand for you. I got 10,000 for you. Whoever bought them, it's too late now. He's a little sassy little thing. He's a little feisty. But we'll work him out. Ain't that right, boy?
you gonna work me out?
And
Nothing.
we're gonna work you out, boy. 50 lashes.
I don't get what you're trying to do here. What do you think? You can sell me like I'm a piece of property? I'm not a piece
Yes,
of property.
exactly.
You can't sell me.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
And you
And I've
already know
already
that.
done it. It's already done. It's
Well,
already
then you're
done.
doing slavery. You're a damn slavery act, trying to do slavery on white people. That's not cool.
That's not cool.
Exactly.
I didn't put your black people in any kind
There
of
it is.
harm or anything. I didn't do that
Well,
stuff.
I'm putting y'all in harm. I really don't care. All right. Well, I'll send the ship over to you. So,
Heh. 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 Brother Torian played this yesterday. We'll play it again here.
Look, bro, I know why you're here.
Why am I
to
here?
meet my 13-year-old little brother.
Who is that? I don't know who that is. Huh?
How old are you?
So this Asian guy was caught by that YouTube To Catch a Predator show, People vs. Preds, for talking to his 13-year-old brother and trying to give him crystal meth.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 21. I just need to go poop.
And why are you here?
To find my pooping pills.
Not here to meet a 13-year-old boy?
Why would I do such a thing?
Why do I have your picture?
Why? I don't know.
Why do I have your picture?
Why are you being so mean to me?
Is this you?
Please,
Is
can
this
you
you?
let me do
Hey,
this?
hey, buddy, is this you? This guy's here to meet a 13-year-old boy for and to give him crystal meth.
Oh my God!
This guy's here to give 13-year-old boy crystal meth. This guy's here to meet a 13-year-old boy and give him crystal meth. This guy right here is here to meet a 13-year-old boy and to give him crystal meth.
Okay,
what's happening?
I'm trying
Call
to
the
find
cops.
you. Do you know where the
Call the
fiber
cops.
pills are?
Call the cops. This guy's here to meet a
Where are
13-year-old
they?
boy for... Why are you here to meet my 13-year-old brother?
Why are you here? Why are you threatening me? Why are you harassing me, please?
Harassing you? That's funny. Harassing you, bro? You trying to meet my 13-year-old little
No,
brother?
why would I do such a thing? Do I look like the will or energy to do that? No. Do I have and wrong in state of mind? No.
Hey, does that look like him?
Hello? Huh? What's happening?
Why are you here to meet a 13-year-old boy?
Why are you here to harass me?
Why are you here to meet a 13-year-old boy?
Are you trying to prevent? No, I'm going to call.
So you should decide who's weird here. You weird piece of...
This is like a bad TV skit.
Trying to meet up a little kid.
No!
Oh Lord. That's how y'all do it in California.
Calling the police on your dumb.
We got more, folks. They wasn't the end of it. Oh, we got more.
Oh my God, it gets even better.
So he just crashed into a tree.
It gets even better. Oh my God.
That is a nice Toyota, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
He hit the car.
Run, call the police. Call the police. Hit and run, call the police. Be careful. Just call the police, guys. I got the tags. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the cops, bro. I got the video. You don't need the video. Just call the cops. Tackle is done.
Oh.
You can keep him. You can keep him, bro. It's a hit and run suspect at this point. You can keep him detained for the police if you want. It's a felony hit and run at this point. Call it. You can hold him down, bro. He's a child predator suspect and trying to take off, and he ran into a car and he ran into a tree. He literally just backed into that tree over here by the fire hydrant. Riley, he wanted to smoke crystal meth with a 13-year-old, and that's why he's here. That's what happens when you come out to meet a 13-year-old boy for while you're high on meth.
Huh. That was an interesting piece of tape. But before I go, I want to say something, and I'm sure, hopefully, this gets traction. Pages like Asian Crime Report and Asian Dawn 4. To hell with y'all. I'm not even going to play games with this. To hell with y'all. Y'all love talking about black folks and what black folks are doing to Asians, but y'all never want to spotlight your own people. At least us over here in the new black media, we'll at least talk about our own, because we want our next generations to understand. Do not be like these people. If you want to live a fulfilling life, do not be these people. But pages like yours seek to condemn black folks, but then you have situations like this, or those 5 Asians who got arrested in Texas for stealing $4.3 million worth of catalytic converters. Y'all won't put that up on your page because black people weren't involved. If this was a black channel putting this up, exposing this Asian P person, y'all would say this was hate speech and he was being harassed, but He did this. Y'all not calling for your people to go shut their YouTube channel down because you like this white supremacy. Y'all are silent because he is representing the degradation of your society. This is the degenerates that y'all like to hide. When are y'all gonna come out with a formal statement saying that he does not represent us and he should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law? When are y'all gonna do that? Never. But screw y'all. Let's laugh. Now this Indian guy's playing the magic trick. Ha! 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 Right. I played that earlier. Now, last thing. So apparently there's something on the books that says basically they're bringing back slavery. The state constitution currently prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude, except in the latter case for punishment of a crime. Now, apparently, Oregon, Alabama, Tennessee, Vermont, I think Kentucky was another one, and I think Arkansas has something on the books. They're trying to bring back slavery. So it says the state constitution currently prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude, except in the latter case for punishment of a crime. The new wording says slavery and involuntary servitude are prohibited, but the provision does not apply to the otherwise lawful administration of criminal justice. In other words, the new amendment technically allows slavery, Seaball said. I don't think anyone thought of it that way, but that's what it is. That's what it says. So essentially, somebody said, in a way, they'll just kidnap people off the street and put them back in bondage. But remember what I told y'all when I showed y'all that video months ago of people saying, okay, so it's Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont. Okay. There was a video, a woman put up something that Biden said that he's going to get rid of the 13th, 14th, and 15th amendments, which basically keep black people out of slavery. They can abolish that. It ain't going to work on the federal level because you're going to need Congress to do that. And at least the coons ain't going to sit up there and vote for their own indentured servitude. So they'll do it on the state level. Y'all got to watch out how duplicitous these people are. And just to end off the show today, we have a Jamaican dancehall artist called Protege. Says, dancehall artists need to stop imitating U.S. rappers and focus on recording good, authentic dance music. So even he's saying that Jamaican artists try too hard to be hip-hop artists and they need to worry about making good dancehall music. But didn't y'all's people say the same thing called we created hip-hop? Why would you get away from a genre that you created? Allegedly. Let's have the conversation, sir. Let's be real, sir. That's where the money is. See, I mentioned this the other day. Your dance hall legends aren't pushing the music forward. They're living off nostalgia. Where is Beanie Man's protege? Where is Bounty Killer's protege? Before they left the secular music scene, where was Lady Saw and Mr. Vegas's proteges? Y'all were down there too busy beefing with each other. Y'all didn't create the next generation. Y'all did not help Coffee Brown be sustainable. She lost to a white Jamaican band. Kabaka Pyramid, who was supposed to be the next up, lost to a white Jamaican band. Spice Adams put in all that work just to lose to a black Jamaican band, a white Jamaican band. But y'all want people down there making music to not imitate rappers. That's quite interesting. Maybe it's in this one. There was one thing I wanted to show you guys. This is how much Jamaica cares. Well, the good thing is that the Jamaican the students down there are improving in the subjects. They're up to 12 of the 32 subjects. They've raised that. But I also saw an article on the Jamaica Observer website. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. I probably can't, though. Their lead story was a Jamaican artist signing an international record deal. That was the main news on Wednesday. That's what they care about. The shootings in Olympics Gardens, that was third. A rapper, a Jamaican DJ, artist, getting a record deal was more important than addressing the crime in Jamaica. And I'm supposed to take y'all serious. Right. But anyway, I've been on here long enough. It's time for me to go rest. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Get ready for Jason Black in about an hour and 15 minutes. And yeah, I will catch y'all next week. Countdown is on for me to leave my job, 20 more days, and then we move on to the next adventure. So, yeah. Take care, stay safe.